This is great, man.
Like a
We're drinking
closer.
water.
By
We're
the way,
advertising all this shit.
this glass, Carlos, peak. I love it.
Peak.
That shit looks nice.
I'm learning all this new terminology, like peak.
I just say.
I mean, it makes sense.
I just regurgitate words, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever
Also,
sounds
if
good.
it gets cold, let me know. I'll put the temperature up.
I think we're good.
Because at night it gets kind of cold.
Yeah, we're supposed to hit a cold front here in today or tomorrow.
I don't even know what a cold front is, to be honest with you.
It's like when it gets super cold and you're like,
yeah.
why
But
am I
like,
even here?
what is a cold front? Like, why do they call it a cold front? It just means that it's going to get super cold. Why don't they just say it's going to get real cold?
They explained. I took an environmental class in college, and they explained to me, but I was just not paying attention. So I don't know.
Oh, I was going to tell you about this guy.
That's the folk music that you've been into.
Mm-hmm.
War isn't murder, good men don't die, children don't starve, and all women survive. War isn't murder, that's what they say when you're fighting the devil. Murder's okay.
What you thought about it?
War isn't murder, there's no
literally
casualties. There ain't
And
no
that's sugar-free.
veteran with a good night's
You didn't like it?
Talk about dead people.
It's okay. You either like it or hate it.
people.
It's like, it's black licorice.
don't
So
belong.
generally I hate
You have a
black
problem with
licorice.
black?
Huh?
You have a problem with black?
I have a problem with everything black. That's why this room is black.
Uh-huh.
I like to torture myself.
And the microphones.
yeah. No, but I don't like licorice at all. Like even red licorice, but definitely not black licorice. Black licorice is disgusting, dude. It's probably the worst candy next to candy corn.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like it in candy. In alcohol, maybe because it's a national drink that you're just insulting, but
Shout out Colombia.
Shout out to Colombia. But yeah, no, in the alcohol I don't mind. Like Fireball. I mean, Fireball is not licorice, but sweet alcohol I don't mind.
Yeah, like I don't even like Fireball.
You don't like Fireball?
No.
Other people don't, but
I got some Fireball if you want Fireball.
hey, I'm down to take it.
I got everything, man. Actually, no, we just had this birthday party. Oh, have you ever gone to the go-karts at Coda?
I've seen them, but I never did it because they're
Shout out the
expensive.
go-karts at Coda. Everyone should go. It's a roller coaster that you can control.
But it's also expensive. How much you pay?
Yeah, I don't know. I got the tickets. But it was fun. We all went as a group to celebrate a friend's birthday.
Yeah.
And I didn't think any of it, like much of it. I thought, oh, go-karts, we'll just zoom here, whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck. But we get there and like they give us these helmets, these like neck supports if we want them.
Oh, the whole thing.
Yeah, these like masks to wear underneath the helmet. Oh, I felt like
a helmet or like a mask under the helmet.
A mask under the helmet and a helmet.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And then we lined up. They gave us specific cars to choose to get on, and once we started off, the first lap was just trying to get used to it, and then once you pass the finish line, that's when your first lap officially starts.
How many laps?
Like 10, 11.
So like how long do you get to ride it? Like how
Probably
long
like 10 minutes.
Oh,
10 minutes is the first one, and then I think it felt like a little longer on the second run. Because we did it twice. We did the first run for like 10 minutes, and we got off. Someone else went on, and then after them, we went on again.
Mm-hmm.
And then that one felt a little longer, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the packages are. I just know I had a lot of fun. It was scary, man. It really was.
How fast is
I don't know how fast it goes. It just felt fast as fuck, and it felt like you were gonna flip whenever you go on the curves.
Curve?
Yeah. You just have that feeling that if you turn a little more, you're done. You're done, and especially going at that speed, like you feel like you're going super super fast, and it just feels dangerous, man.
You ever felt like, oh shit, I need to slow down? Or you were
every turn.
really?
Like the first like 3 laps, every turn I was slowing down, like, oh damn, whatever. But I just see these other guys just zipping through the curves, and I was like, oh, I guess you just gotta really punch it on the curves and let Jesus take the wheel, You
did that, or you? Were
I did it. I did it for the first after I saw that, I was like, all right, let's. And my hands, my arms were so stiff, like everything was stiff. But at the end, my wrists hurt because of how much I was squeezing the wheel.
Oh, dude. No, that sounds like I went to Coda last year for like Christmas because they do a Christmas thing, and I saw the go-karts.
Oh, the peppermint thing?
Yeah, for the lights. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I want to do it. And I saw the price. I was like, has no.
It's worth it. It's whatever the price. If it's under $100, it's worth it.
And I did so back in Colombia when I was a kid, they had like a theme park and they had go-karts.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it and I got banned because I was pushing it too hard. And I guess they were like, you're not supposed to go this fast. You're banned of this whole thing. I was like, oh, these go-kart things. Ever since then, I never tried
Coda isn't like that. They just don't want you to
do whatever.
Main thing is just don't bump into anybody. It's like, yeah, I mean, because there's new people. There's people that have never, like, they're just slow as and you just got to maneuver around them. So, yeah, main thing is don't bump into anybody. And also you have to gauge those curves because sometimes if you do go way too fast, you start spinning out. And if you spin out too much, then that's like a red flag for them. Like, dude, like, chill.
Yeah. Well, what if they bump into you?
Well, that's a different thing. Then that's on them. Whoever bumped into you.
You know, the good thing about here where you live, I feel like you could buy one of those go-karts and then just ride it around this neighborhood.
Oh.
Or like the little Cybertruck you have.
Yeah.
Although that's probably not as fast.
No, not at all. But it is pretty fast for how little it is. I use it to get the mail.
That's actually crazy. I tried to ride it that one time, and I guess I'm just too fat for it. It just wouldn't take off.
Really?
Yeah. You remember?
Yeah. It's because if you sit towards the back of it, and it puts all your weight on the suspension, and then it doesn't want to go. So really, if you just scoot all the way to the front as you possibly can, then you'll have a fighting chance. But if not, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I still think I was just.
I mean, Phil was able to do it. He did a wheelie on it. Yeah,
a wheelie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to try it out again and see.
Yeah,
but
let's go to the go-karts, all of us.
So
get a group together.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Is it always open, or they just have season?
Yeah,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they only open it for like events and stuff like that.
No, it's always open.
Because they did the Foodieland, I think 2 years ago, last year. I don't know. Have you ever been to that?
Oh yeah, I have.
What do you think about it?
Not great.
Shit. I regret going. I went
waste of money.
Yeah, I went with Mario and Carlos.
Yeah.
And it was just a waste of money.
Yeah.
Everything was overpriced. The food was just shit.
Yeah.
I remember I was excited about, because I love like seafood.
Mm-hmm.
And they have this like huge like calamari legs, but it's like a huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so excited because on the videos, oddly for me, it looked yummy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean the videos, the promo for that,
dude, it looks amazing.
Was on point.
I was just
but it was such a letdown,
dude. And I think we got like, or at least we got a like Mel and I got like food poisoning because just the food was just not. It was not great. And it was like,
you literally got food poisoning?
Yeah, my tummy turned after that, and it was like hot as fuck. A lot of people, and then I don't know. It just never again. Just no hate on Foodieland, but not worth it.
Yeah, bring the quality up or bring the prices down, because that
exactly. Like if you're gonna have a shit quality, make it cheap.
Was it the first time they ever did that
in Austin?
Okay, so but they've
done it in Houston and like other cities, and I think it was the first time they came to Austin, but it was just
they just couldn't figure it out.
Overpriced and just shit.
Yeah.
So like, nah, not worth it.
Yeah.
But if they bring the prices down or the quality up, I'll be down to try it. But like, I don't trust them anymore because the footage looks great if you look at Instagram and stuff. But
it was like that Besame Mucho festival that happened here. Did you ever go?
Mel wanted to go. We didn't make it, but it looked fun.
Yeah,
You guys didn't have fun?
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was cool, but you get tired real quick, especially since it's the Austin heat, and the times never really were in sync. Like they would say that so and so would start at this time and so would start at this time, but they were never on schedule.
They were late.
They were always late, and then once you would get there, it would take a while for them to set up. because it's a different setup for like a solo artist that just kind of does their own solo thing, and then a banda start setting up their shit. So a lot of the time we were just kind of chilling there and like waiting for them to set up.
Have you been to ACL?
No,
never.
No, but I've been to EDC.
Okay, you need to. I mean, this is the second time we go to ACL. We love it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's like kind of similar that they have to set up and stuff, but it's just more organized.
Mm-hmm.
It is a little bit hot, but
ACL is more organized than Besame Mucho.
Yeah.
Mm.
The only problem, it was like the first time we went, Kendrick was performing, and it was like one of the headliners. So we go there early. We're like excited to watch him, and then do this like late. So everybody's there waiting on him, and then because they have like giant screens, they're like, "Oh, Kendrick is gonna be late for like some time," and then his set was supposed to be like hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Dude was late like almost an hour, like 40 to 50 minutes, just late. And then he finally shows up and he performed for like 15 minutes.
Oh, dude.
And he was like, really?
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe something with Kendrick, because I heard that he was doing another concert in Colombia. Same thing. The whole concert got canceled because the dude just didn't show up.
People didn't show up, or
he didn't show up.
Oh, so I mean, is he a piece of shit then?
I don't know if he's a piece of shit, but
how did you fall on the Drake and Kendrick beef during that time?
I'm not a big rap fan.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not either, but you heard about it and you felt some type of way about it, I assume.
Oh yeah, I mean, like the allegations.
A little.
Sorry, it's not better.
Yeah, just like bring it to wherever you feel.
All right.
Carlos played it like he thought it was a game, just like
it's like looks like a little robot arm.
Yeah.
The whole allegations against Drake, I think they're crazy.
Allegations?
Well,
yeah, they said he was like a pedo or something, right?
Yeah, or like that obviously was the worst one, but the whole thing that he always tries to play like he was from the streets and like grew up in like a dangerous neighborhood, and like, no, he didn't. He's like from Canada. He always have like a weird Jamaican accent, even though he's Canadian. And he always tries to like, cause like I think he's mixed. Because his mom is white but his dad is black. But he always plays into like, and I think that's the problem Kendrick had, is like he just uses black culture just to his benefit. So always uses to like, oh yeah, I'm like from the hood or whatever. But the guy, like he didn't grow up like that.
Yeah.
But Kendrick.
Oh, he's like that one black guy from 8 Mile that was trying to be
Eminem?
hood, but yeah.
That he got exposed.
Goes to like Princeton or something.
Dude, that's a really good movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like that. So, but Kendrick, he actually like grew up in like Compton or like Chicago, one of the two, and like he actually like saw friends die and like all these things. And then the problem was like Drake didn't grow up like that, but he will sing about things like that. So that was like part of the beef. And then the whole pedophile allegations that he's like, he was friends with like the Stranger Things girl.
Oh yeah,
when she was
waits
like,
me out sometimes.
Yeah, but like he was like 30 at the time, and she was like what 14, and she was in an interview. She's like, "Oh, I'm best friends with Drake. He gives me boy advices every time. We text every day." And I'm like, a 30-year-old.
That is a little weird. Well, yeah, I mean, it is weird, especially in that industry, given everything that we know.
Exactly. Like, you never know. And like, she probably thinks it's cool because, it's like, oh, an artist and like he's grown or whatever. But like, I can imagine myself texting a 14-year-old and be like, oh, do you need advice? And like, especially if it's my family member, then yeah, or whatever. But if it's just like a rando kid, like, I feel like that's weird. So yeah, but he might not be a pedophile, but he's not like helping his case, So
yeah, yeah, I don't know. The thing that pissed me off with the whole situation was when Kendrick would start going after the comedians.
Oh, he did? I didn't know
that. He like Andrew Schultz.
I think so. Yes.
He's one of the comedians I follow, and he came out with this song, like basically calling him out, saying that no white comedian can talk about like black girls or whatever. That I don't know what the rap lyric was, but it was like no white person can talk about black girls. That's law or some shit.
What was he saying?
He's saying that because Andrew had some joke about black girls or whatever. Him and some other comedian. But then after that lyric, he like it was kind of like a call to violence. Like, me and my bulls will pull up on you and your because he hangs out with Charlemagne the God and Alex Media, which are two black guys that are usually around him all the time.
Kendrick or the comedian?
The comedian.
Okay.
And so Kendrick called those two guys out, saying that, hey, you guys are fake black people for hanging out with this guy or whatever.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, those are just the vibes that I got from the whole situation. So
yeah,
that's why I wasn't too happy with Kendrick. Also, I never really grew up with Kendrick. I understand that he's like better, like like a better rapper, better like it's more real. It comes from a more real place, I guess.
Yeah.
But I never grew up with him. Like I heard him here once in a while, but
yeah,
Drake was really the one that hit during high school.
Yeah,
like Drake's song, what's it called? It's help me out here. It's that song that goes like, so cry if you need to, but I can't stay to watch you.
I didn't grow up with neither of the two.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I
grew up in Colombia. We didn't have great Drake over there.
Really?
No.
Oh wow.
Or Kendrick. He was none of that. We just have weird music over there.
Okay, so the American culture didn't really hit over there.
No, I mean it did. I mean, I think it's hitting more now. But when I grew up, that wasn't like it. So okay, American culture did hit, but not for me. So I wasn't really into the rap scene.
Right.
I was more into like the rock scene. So all the like Rolling Stones, Pearl Jam, Nirvana. So I was more into that. So that type of American culture like influenced me more than anything.
Right.
But I was never into rap. Like I like Eminem, but like who doesn't like Eminem? It's like,
yeah,
I've never heard this song.
But all right, just listen to the lyrics and then I'll tell you a story about it afterwards. Let's see. Okay, this wrong thing. Cry if you need to. But I can't stay to watch you. Because that's the wrong thing to do. Touch if you need to. I can't stay to hold you. It's the wrong thing to do. It's the wrong thing to do.
Oh, because you have feelings for it.
Yeah. Talk if you need to. I can't stay to hear you.
Okay.
I gotta get the out of here.
Yeah.
Cause you'll say you love me, and I'll end up lying and say I love you too.
Oh, okay. I
But
see where this is going.
Something different, you know it.
So what's the story?
The story behind it was I was married at some point, right?
Yeah.
And it didn't work out. And the night that it didn't work out, obviously, like a lot of emotions were happening at the time. And well, you know when you're about to break up with someone, but like there's a lot of emotions involved, and she gets emotional, maybe you get emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And so you start like making excuses in your head, like, yeah, you know, let's work this out, like let's think about this or
make it work.
Yeah, make it work. Especially when they're trying to seduce you again and trying to win you over that way.
Yes.
Like that's when it gets real hard.
That's when you take the real test.
But yeah, so once the seduction started happening, like this song came into my head, and I was like, it's the wrong thing to do.
But I'm doing it.
Touch if you need. I can't stay to hold you.
Oh God!
So that was playing in my head the entire time because we were inside the room, and obviously she was trying to do all this stuff, and I was trying my best to. I gotta get out of here. Like I gotta go. This is the closest we've ever gotten to this point where I could just break it off because obviously the whole marriage thing wasn't like. I mean, you know that whole situation, but it wasn't like a proper marriage. Like we weren't really like. I definitely wasn't invested. I finally got the courage to like. All right,
it's
out. I'm out. Peace out. Like I gotta go.
What was the thing that make you like not fall for it again? It was just you like processing the whole thing over and over, and you were like, no.
Well, I just wasn't happy with my life. Like I would go to work every day and I would hate my life. I would get out work every day and I would hate my life, I would look up into the sky and just like, is this my life?
Damn.
Is this my life? Is this really like it? Like, what? Like, how did I get here? What choices did I?
Where did I?
Yeah. Why did I make the choices that I make to get to the point where I'm here, where I'm like reliant on other people to survive, really?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't making like money, you know.
Yeah.
I couldn't support her. I couldn't pay rent for anything. So we were just drowning in credit card debt. Well, I was. It was all like my credit cards that were maxed out, but yeah, like I don't know. I was thinking it was like 56,000, 60,000.
Holy shit!
It's just straight credit card debt, dude. It was,
dude.
Yeah.
Like you just feel like life is just taking you, like grabbing you by the neck, and it's just like, okay, you don't have control, and you're just there like a passenger.
Yeah.
And you just see your life going, and like for some people, that's their life. They just never leave. And because I think it's hard to just break that and just be like, my life is going to shit, or like have no control over my life. Like I need to snap. I need to like I have a lot of respect for people that are able to do that, because it's not
to
easy.
Snap out of it.
Yeah, dude, it's not easy.
It's not easy. No,
it's not. And we're in a system that, like with the credit card debts, like we're in a system that only makes it worse. So being able to be self-aware, because like you're like kind of like dissociating, you're like going through a lot of things, and you just know you're not happy, but you don't know what to do, or you don't know how to start. So having to like, I don't know if it's courage, or I don't know if it's just something snaps in you and you're like, okay, I need to like.
It did feel like it felt more of a snap than anything.
Yeah, like sometimes
I mean, it was like building up. It's like if there's like there's this platform, and then there's this load on this platform, and as the load kept growing, the thing just like broke.
Yeah,
you know?
And it's like that's when you hit rock bottom.
Yeah. I don't know. I embraced rock bottom. When it happened, I felt this although the dam broke or whatever, all the weight like also dissipated, and I just felt so free. I felt like I could do anything. Like, okay,
and you did whatever you wanted.
Yeah. Let's
took control back.
Let's go live in my car for a while. Let's see what that's like. Let's see. Like what can I do to kind of teach myself a lesson in getting into credit card debt, or managing my life and making better choices? Like, what do I need to do? Okay, I need to go back to school. How do I get back to school? I can't afford shit. Oh, join the military. Okay, well,
dude,
looks like we're joining the military. Yeah,
that's how they get you. Like the military. Like again, I have a lot of respect for people that go to the military, because I could never do it. Part of the reason I left Colombia was because it was like mandatory military service over there at the time. But I have a lot of respect for people that do, and they're like 10 years, 8 years, and 4 years, because you're like giving up your freedom. Like other people don't see it that way, but it's like you're giving up your whole freedom. You're getting paid like shit. When you retire, then you're gonna get money, but like military life is not easy, and it's like. But that's how they get you. It's like they get people that are hopeless. Well, some people. I'm not saying,
I mean, according to Daniel, most people.
Yeah, because it's like they either like people that are in poverty, or they just don't have a sense of what do I want to do with my life. So they go. There's a few people that just do it because of patriotism. But like I've met a few people that did it like in 9/11 that they told me like, yeah, as soon as I saw that, I just went there, and like I was like, these people, I need to go and like do something for my country, and like respect.
Yeah.
I could never.
Yeah, but that was like almost 25 years ago, where those people don't exist anymore. People going into the military now are either generational type people, like where your family's like generationally. It's like a prideful thing. Oh, your great grandfather was like an admiral or whatever, and then your great grandfather was this, and then your father was this, and I mean, you gotta live up to some.
Like, I'm not a military guy, but I've considered a couple of times, like maybe I should join the reserves, because like benefits, great benefit after the fact. I do not need to be there full time. I just need to be there for a little bit, and like but like the more I look into it, I'm like, nah, this is like I have other tools that I can use to just succeed. So, but then I don't blame you for like the thinking that's like, because that helps a lot of people joining the military when you're like you don't know what to do with your life, actually has helped a lot of people. So
yeah, I mean, it said like it helped Daniel. Daniel enjoyed some aspects of it.
Yeah.
At least I was going all in, and I got out of work early to go sign up for the military recruitment office, and they didn't close until 5 p.m. I get there at like 4:50, thinking like, oh, just made it. And I had this relief, like, oh wow, okay, here we go. My life's about to change right here. I go up to the door, I try to, it's fucking locked.
Oh, dude.
I'm like, what? What? I look in there, no one's in there. I'm like, what?
Dude.
And like getting out of work early in those days was kind of like a big deal, but especially because you're not making any money, so you're just kind of hurting yourself. So I was so sad. I went back into my car and it's like, shit. Look at Twitter, and then I see Elon saying that they need people in Nevada.
That's crazy.
It's like, all right, let's do that. Let's do that.
Do you think back to that moment? Do you think it was like destiny?
Oh yeah, I mean, I felt. I don't know if I felt it was destiny, but it definitely felt like the first time I had any kind of direction in my life.
Damn. That's crazy.
It's like, okay, well, I just need to go this way.
Life just works. Sometimes life just works in ways that I like to, like, me and my family have this thing. It's like, we don't know why, like, shit's happening. Like, shit hits the fan and, like, something bad happens. Like, we don't know why this is happening, but we know we'll know later on. Like, oh, that's the reason why. Like, when I was in Colombia, I tried to emigrate to. So I live in England for a little bit, right?
England. Explain that to me real quick. What is England and what is the UK?
So dude, I have so many fun stories about that. So England is just, your country, just the main country.
The main country?
Well, it'll make sense later. Okay. But like capital is London, just England, that's its own thing. That's it, it's like the British. But like the UK is like a combination of these other 3 countries that make like a small union. So the British originally, they owned the whole thing. They own Scotland, Wales, and Ireland, right? They were like, just like they used to own India and like all these other countries. And that was their thing. And then they were like, okay, let's try to be nice and let's give them independence. But it wasn't like that. They had to fight for it. So like the Scottish people like broke off, and like the Welsh people broke off, and like the last ones were the Irish. And they were like, okay, we're gonna let you guys be under your own country, but you guys are still gonna like kind of report to us. We're still gonna be like this union. So it's like, yes, we're England, but we're like the UK. Like we're like, if something like goes wrong, you guys are still reporting to us. Like, we're letting you guys have your own thing, but you still got you guys report to us. And that's why the whole Union Jack is like if you see, it's like the England flag, and it's the Scottish flag, and then the Irish flag, and it's part of the Wales flags. Like, it's also, there's just like all the flags like on top of each other, and that's why it looks like the UK flag. So it's kind of like one country, but it's not, but then so in Ireland, there's 2, I don't know if you know, but there's 2 Irelands.
No.
You didn't know?
No,
I didn't know either. There's Northern Ireland.
There's 2 Irelands, folks.
There's Northern Ireland, which the capital is Belfast, and there's Southern Ireland, or Ireland, and the capital is Dublin. So when I was living in England, fun story, I didn't know this, So I thought it's Ireland, and it's like, I was living in England at the time, and St. Patrick's Day was coming. So me and my girlfriend at the time were like, oh, it's going to be fun to go to Ireland for St. Patrick's Day and just celebrate, like drink, whatever, have fun. So I get my sister and mom, because like I was just a student, so they were supporting me. So they sent me some money. It's like, okay, yeah, you can go. Like, this is the plane ticket, and this is the hotel, and like whatever. And I'm like, bet. Like, we planned this like 3 months ahead of time. And it's Europe, so plane tickets are like dirt cheap. So
I didn't know that either.
Oh, dude, yeah, everything is like really cheap. Well, cheap is euros, but anyways, well, pound actually. So 1 week before leaving, I'm like, class, because I went to England to study English, right? So I'm in my class and I'm like, they're asking me, oh, what are you going to do for the week? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to go to Ireland and enjoy St. Patrick's Day. Just going to be there for a week with some friends and like my girlfriend. And, you know, it's going to be chill. And then my roommate, fun guy. He's like Chinese Italian guy. He looks at me and he's like, how do you get a visa for that? And I'm like, oh, I don't need a visa. I have the UK visa, you know, it's Wales, Scotland, Ireland, and in England. So he's like, oh, which Ireland are you going? I'm like, what do you mean? Ireland, I'm going to Dublin. What do you mean? He's like, no, that's not part of the UK. That you need a visa to go to Dublin. And I'm like, no, I don't. I already have it. He's like, you're a dumbass. You need to research this because you don't have a visa. And I'm telling you, you need a visa if you're going to Dublin. I'm like, no, I don't. I started Googling, I need a visa.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, okay, how to get a visa? And they're like, oh, you just need to go to London and it takes 3 to 5 months to get it approved. And I'm like, I need to leave next week.
So South Ireland is not part of the UK, but Northern Ireland is a part of the UK.
So I don't know. Are you familiar with the conflict that Ireland had with
Not at all. I mean, Phil tried to, because he brought some Scotch last time he came, so he kind of get into it, but not in any detail. All I know about that area is what was portrayed in the Peaky Blinders.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know much about it. I know just like the Troubles time, kind of. And it's just like the Irish people were like, yeah, you guys gave us like we're able to call ourselves Ireland or whatever, but like Irish, yeah. And like, but we still want our own independence. Like we don't want to be on the UK. We just want to be our own thing. I think if I'm like right, I might not be right, but anyway. So they had like a whole like the British were like starving them. They were like they could only eat like potatoes or something like that. I don't know the story like that well. But there was like a massive civil war. And at the end, they fought for their own independence. And they were just fighting. And then at the end, Southern Ireland, which is Dublin and like other parts of it, they broke off from the UK. But they kept Northern Ireland. They were like, okay, we're going to leave you guys be, but we're still keeping like the Belfast part of it. So that's why they're like two different countries, even though they're in the same island. It's like a little weird. So anyways, the story is like I need to go there. I don't want to waste my money. And like I'm trying to like how do I get to Ireland without a visa? And then I go to the school and then the lady was like, yeah, some students didn't know either that you needed a visa. Sometimes if you go by land, like if you fly to Belfast and then just walk the border by foot or like car, they won't ask for your visa, but it's like sometimes they will ask, sometimes they won't. So I was like, shit, I need to just like figure this out because I really wanted to go. And my girlfriend at the time was like, well, you figure it out, I'm flying. I was like, I can't fly because that's like TSA or their version of TSA. They'll just cut me right away.
So your girlfriend was just like, deuces.
Yeah, she was literally like, well, I guess I'll see you over there. Yeah, literally. I was like, damn. So I was like, trying to do a lot of research and I was like, okay, if I just go by land, so like if I take a ferry from like Wales to like Ireland, there's like a chance they just won't ask me for my visa. They're just gonna let me in and it's just like, it's gonna be all cool. So I rescheduled the whole thing to just like take a train to London and then London to like Manchester to like Wales or whatever port city. And then I was gonna take a ferry from there to Dublin and then back. You know, we were gonna stay there for a week. So I was like, okay, this is the only this is it or not, or it's not gonna happen. And then I started like I ended up leaving. So I'm in the bus and I started researching what can happen if I try to enter a country illegally. And they're like, well, there's two things. If they catch me like in Wales trying to get in there, they just be like, oh, you cannot go. You don't have the visa. Just go back. If they caught me on the way there, like if in the ferry, because there's apparently officers checking stuff, then I will get deported. Or like if they caught me in like Ireland, I could get deported back to Colombia, not even back to like England.
Oh, Jesus.
Because that's like my nationality. So they'll like bring me back to like my home country and I'll have to pay like a huge fine, get deported and like get all my visas canceled. Because if you ever get deported, like it looks really bad on you. And I was on a student visa at the time. So I was like, shit, is this even worth it? But I was already like on my way there. So I was like, I'm just going to do this. I was like, this is dumb. Everybody's telling me it's dumb. And it's like, I'm risking more than I'm going to gain. But I was like, you know what? So I get all the way to like the port station to take the ferry in Wales. And I'm like nervous as like I'm learning English. My English right now is not the best. I still have an accent. Back then it was even worse. I could barely understand Irish people. I could barely like speak myself. So I was just like literally shaking. And I see 2 lines and I have my ticket. And I'm like, I'm just going to take this line. And then I start seeing people like the lady at the front checking the ticket and then asking for ID. And if the ID is not one of the accepted ones, she's asking for visa. And I'm like, this is not going to work. But I was like, I was already there. I was like, if they tell me no here, I can just go back. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So I go there and then it's my turn. And then she asked me for my ticket and my ID. And then I'm just shaking. Like I'm literally like this. And it's like, yeah, they're not going to. This is going to just go wrong. And then she looks at my ticket and she's like, oh, you're in the wrong line. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, this is for like VIP. You need to go to like, you have a GA tickets. You need to go to the other line. And I look at the other line. It's like a big ass line, like goes around and outside the building.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she didn't even check anything. She just saw the ticket. She's like, no, you go. So I go and I'm the last one on that line. And then I'm like, I'm going to have to like, delay this more because I just wanted to be done. I just wanted to just tell me yes or no, so I can leave. Because the anxiety of just waiting, I hate it. So, anyways, I'm there and they taking forever. This is like at 1 a.m. by the way. The ticket was like in the middle of the night, and I'm just like feel defeated because they're asking for visas, ID, everything. So I'm just like, yeah, this is not gonna happen. And then there's like 5 people right before me. And then I just see like the captain of the ferry come down and be like, you guys need to hurry the up. There's like a storm coming. And if you don't leave now, we're just not going to be able to leave. So the lady was like, okay. And then she just started calling us, all of us. She didn't even check our ID. She just checked we had the ticket. And she was like, yeah, go in. So I was able to skip the checkpoint. And they never checked for my visa or anything. So I was just like, oh shit, this is happening. So I get on the ferry and like I start getting all paranoid in case like they start asking inside. So I start like walking around, like just like trying to like hide and stuff. Nothing happens. I get to Dublin and then it's just like an airport. When you get there, you need to like go through like, I guess your customs or whatever. I get there and I just see like an emergency exit and I just dip. I just left and like I'm in the middle of like the road. And I'm like, oh shit, I actually made it. Like I smuggled myself to another country illegally. And yeah, I went there, like everything was fine. Like I met my girlfriend at the time. We had fun. We stayed there for a week and like nothing bad happened. They never checked for like my visa or whatever. So the whole time I was scared, but at the same time I was like, oh, this is like such a big party time that they not worry about that at all. So on my way back.
They want the tourism.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So on my way back, I was just chilling and then I went through the checkpoint on the ferry and then the lady was like, oh, I need to see your visa. So they actually checked for my visa on the way back, but I already had it because I had the UK visa to go back in. So they don't check the visa you're leaving. They were just checking to make sure when I got there, I had the visa for them. So she actually checked in. She was like, oh, okay, you're good. And then I was able to come back and but yeah, the whole experience was like crazy.
Yeah. Nerve-wracking.
Yeah,
I mean, risking going all the way back to Colombia.
Yeah.
That Jesus, dude.
And just not being able to like come back or whatever.
You must have really liked this girl, man.
Oh no, at that point it wasn't even about for the girl. I just really I love traveling.
Yeah.
And like going to Ireland just sounded cool. And it was like cool as I want to go back like really bad. So it wasn't really about her. Because like I said, she just dipped in like took the, because she was from France, so she could just travel and she didn't need visas or anything.
Yeah.
So to me, it was just like, I really want to be there just to like see the place, you know? So it wasn't really like, oh, I need to make it there to be with her. It wasn't like that at all. It was more like, I want to be there. I just like,
I want to experience.
Exactly.
4th of July, St. Patty's Day over there.
It's like their 4th of July.
Yeah.
They like to drink and like celebrate.
Yeah. Is it a Christian country?
I believe so.
Like, did you feel the Christian vibes there or no?
Oh, not at all.
Oh, okay. Because St. Pat, because it's St. Pat, he is a saint, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it is like a Catholic type thing.
Yeah, they're saying like he's the reason there's no snakes in Ireland because like he killed them all or whatever.
St. Patrick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
See, that's the other thing. I don't know much about St. Patrick other than like he's lucky or something.
Yeah, I just know that, but like that's like the whole thing. But the reason there are not snakes in Ireland is because it's too cold. There's no snakes because of that, not because like he went there and killed them all. Or that's what I thought. I might be wrong. But that's the whole thing with St. Patrick's. But dude, Irish people know how to party.
Yeah.
Like they don't celebrate one day, they celebrate the whole week of St. Patrick's week.
Yeah.
It's fun. If you can ever go to Ireland on St. Patrick's week.
South Ireland?
Yes, not Northern Ireland. No, Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland is boring or what?
No, I've never been. I don't know.
Okay.
I think
they don't go as hard.
They don't go as hard. And I also like, I don't know, I like you always like Dublin is always the place to go if you go to Ireland, you know.
Yeah.
It's a little dirty, but again, it's a lot of fun.
A little dirty?
Yeah, like it's like if you go to New York, you know, sometimes you just see trash in the streets and stuff. Like you don't really see that much in some cities in the US because you guys have like a decent like trash system, I guess. But like if you go to Colombia,
yeah,
like Bogota, the town I was raised, is like trash everywhere in some places, especially like where people lives, because we just don't have a good system. So it's dirty. So Ireland can get like that sometimes, especially in St. Patrick's Week. There's a lot of partying.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
I don't even know how we got to that point of conversation.
Of going all the way to Ireland?
Yeah. But yeah, no, like having like you taking control of your life at that point, I bet it felt liberating.
Me?
Like when you were like
decided to leave going back to like, you know how we're all into the new Spider-Man Miles Morales type universe. It was a canon moment for me.
A canon event.
It was a canon event. Yeah,
it happened to all of us that we just like snapped.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. Because that was. I mean, I don't know. Would you consider that a canon event for you?
Oh shit. Not that, but I think me going to just leaving my hometown and experience something different.
Oh yeah. What motivated you to leave your hometown?
I just hated it. Like I have a love-hate relationship with Colombia, and like a lot of good things happen there, but also a lot of shitty things happen there. So I just remember graduating high school and just being like, what am I doing with my life? Like everything just sucks. Like I want to go to school, and then remembering like doing the whole like application and stuff, and then realizing that we couldn't afford school. So it was like, oh, you just have to work. And it's like, well, the jobs here don't pay shit. So it's like I felt trapped. Like there's not a future. Like I just knew, because I grew up. So I was born in Colombia, but when I was 4, I lived in Panama City. So not Panama City, the U.S. Yeah, Panama, the country. When I was like ages 4 to 8. And I live in a place that was like very multicultural. So like I grew up with kids from like Central America, and like it was just like a lot of like multicultural people around me. So when I moved back to Colombia, it was a place that was the opposite. Everybody was from Colombia, obviously. And everybody was just like the same. They have the same accent. They thought the same way. So I just felt like I didn't belong there.
In Colombia?
Yeah.
So, okay. I see. Oh,
What?
That's some good shit, dude.
Yeah, it's weird. It happens a lot with like people, like kids that like maybe they were born in like, thank you, like Mexico, and but they immigrated to the US. Cheers.
Cheers.
And then like immigrated to the US, but they like immigrated young enough that US culture is part of their own, but they might have a little accent or they might look just very Hispanic.
Yeah.
So they don't really belong to the US. But when they go back to Mexico or their hometown, they're like, oh, you didn't grow up here either. So it's like they don't belong either here or there. So I kind of felt that way living in Colombia. So I just always hated it. I was like, this place is just dumb. I don't like it. It's not safe. It's just, I don't know. I can't find anybody to relate to. It was just, I don't know. It was just not fun. So
your feeling wasn't a popular feeling with other people in your same age group?
not in Colombia.
Okay, so there are other people that, like, at least the people that you knew there, that they actually liked living in Colombia?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I know my sister loved living there. Like the friends that I had, they loved it. I just never did. I just never felt like I belong. So I remember graduating high school. So I was like in a band at the time. That's another reason I kind of like wanted to leave. And like it was like a heavy metal band. And we had like a concert like on December. It was like their goodbye concert. We performed with like a few like 10 people. It wasn't like that big, but we performed.
You performed?
Yeah, I played the guitar. Well, I used to play the guitar.
Oh.
There's a video on my Instagram if you ever see it.
Shout out your Instagram. What's your Instagram handle?
I don't even remember. I don't want to shout it out. Don't worry about it. If you don't know it.
If you don't know it, don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. So we had that concert and it was like a turning point because it was like the singer, the other guitarist, and like the drummer, and we were like kind of friends. We like did like we were doing rehearsals together. So I got very close to the other guitarists. I mean, I was close with everybody, but with the other guitarist, I was the closest because we were like rehearsing together all the time. And like he just had a kid and he was like excited about life, and he was like, I'm about to buy a bike so I don't have to take public transportation anymore, and then I can give like my daughter like a better future, and like excited about all these things. Like, hell yeah, man, like you're taking control of your life.
Yeah.
You know, he felt the same way, that he was just having life just taking him and he was just there for the ride. So he was like, yeah, I'm getting this bike so I can get a better job, and I don't have to get stuck in public transportation, and like I need to get serious because my daughter and like my wife and all this. And like, hell yeah. So we do the concert, and like it all goes well, and we were saying goodbye, and like I don't really say goodbye to them. I was like, oh, I'm gonna see them like next month after the holidays. So I'm just like, oh, I just dipped. Like 5 days or a week after that, the singer, she messaged me or she called me, I don't remember. I was like in the living room. She's like, you know, they kill him. And I'm like, what you mean? He's like, yeah, he was just celebrating the holidays with his family. He was like in the corner store. He was drinking with a cousin, and he was just there. And then this drunk guy just like bumped into him, and he was like, oh, my bad, sorry. And then the other guy was drunk or something, and he just like turned around and like shot him in the face. And like,
this was in Colombia?
Yeah. And like kill him. And the only other person that I've lost is my grandmother when I was a kid. And like that like hit me hard. But then with this friend, it just hit me hard, even harder, because like I knew his plans, his future. He was a good person. He wasn't hurting anybody. He was just trying to do better. And he was just there just for fun, just drinking and having fun. And like just someone decided to like take his life just because he felt like it. So like that hit me hard. Like we went to his funeral and just see him like his body just there and just being like, that could be me. Or like that could be my sister, that could be my mom, like any time. And it's like, you're not looking for trouble. Sometimes you're just there and it just hits you.
Mm-hmm.
So I just felt like I like quit music completely. I haven't played since. And I just was like, no, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't see a future in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I talked to my mom and was like, I just want to leave. And like, we don't have them. We were poor. I'm not poor, but like middle poor class.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm trying to get a job, but it's like not good. I'm trying to go to school, but it's not good. Like, I felt trapped. It's like, I felt like I didn't have a choice on anything. So like, and this is one of the reasons I love my mom. She was like, if I'll support you as long as you're at least working or studying. And if you want to go to another country and you need support, like, I got you, but you got to be doing something. I'm not going to support you if you're just going to go around. So I was like, well, I can go learn another language. And like, growing up, I always hated English. I was like, I'm never going to learn English.
Gringo shit.
Yeah, I was like, English, I'll learn another language, whatever. And I think my mom hearing that, I was like, oh, I found this cool and I will learn English and whatever. She was like, oh shit, you are. Used to have a shirt that says, I'll never learn English or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Something stupid. She was like, oh, this is probably serious. So with the help of her and my sister, because they already had like a job and stuff, they were like, okay, we'll help you out. Go there for like a year, learn English, and maybe when you come back, knowing another language is gonna be easier to find another job.
Mm-hmm.
Just being bilingual in Colombia is you get more opportunities. So yeah, she and my sister both helped me out, and like, thanks to them, like, I was able to like kind of get out of there and like go to England. And I was like a very like shy kid. I'm still shy actually. But like, that got me out of my shell. That was like my canon event. Like, going to England was like, I didn't have any support. Like, I moved there, I didn't know anybody, I didn't know the language. Literally, it was on my own with a host family, of course. And like, I was just had to figure it out. Like, if one day I didn't figure out what to eat, like, nobody was gonna be there like, hey, do you eat or whatever? Or like, if I didn't want to take a shower, nobody was like, hey, you want to take a shower? Like, it was all on me. Like, I didn't do homework, that was all on me. So it was the first time I had like a lot of control over my life, and that felt great. And like,
yeah, it's like you're either gonna succeed or you're gonna fail, and either way, it's gonna be your fault and only your fault.
Exactly. But like, to me, that felt liberating.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for the first time I had control, and like, I f***ed up a lot of times. I made a lot of mistakes, but like, I learned from them, and like, that made me better. And it made me realize that if I don't like speak up or like do something with my life, nobody's gonna do it. So I think that was like my version of the canon event. Just, having all the control. Like, they were like, here's the steering wheel. You either crash or you just get home safe. So,
or you just keep going.
or you just keep, and yeah, ever since then I've been keep going.
Yeah. No, I find the like that perspective interesting because I've never felt the feeling of ever wanting to leave, like, here, America, and I feel like most people who were born here feel that way.
Yeah.
Like, there's never that moment of like, oh, I wanna. Well, maybe more so nowadays, especially people who fear like the politics of America.
Yeah.
But generally, I don't think anybody like grows up thinking one day I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna get the fuck out of this country, because this country sucks.
Yeah.
No, I grew up thinking that now this is like the bee's knees, man. Like, I've always felt super, like I was blessed to just have been born here,
Mm-hmm.
and so I haven't been able to figure out a way to understand like what my parents had to do to get out here. And usually that's the driving motivator for me whenever I do anything.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, don't be a up because like
your family,
like there's a reason. I mean, they did a lot to get here, so
Yeah.
it's a figure it out. Don't mess things up. But yeah, trying to understand people that don't feel like the country that they were born in is their home or their how would you say their
safe
team?
place? Or...
No, just like because I feel like American. Like everybody has this, especially if you come from like Mexican heritage or any other heritage. If you're like African American and you just like recently got here, and then you feel heritage to Africa, but you don't. Well, at least I don't feel like I want to go retire in Mexico or anything
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And so what was my point?
You were talking about just trying to, like, you were proud of the place. You were struggling finding the reason, like your parents coming here, but for you, like you had that privilege, so you didn't have the struggle like they might. That this is what I think you were saying, that
Yeah,
the privilege.
this is what's cool about the podcast thing is you're just kind of saying words and then hopefully like that
It lands.
it's like a tag team type thing. It's like,
Yeah,
I'm saying words. Does it make sense to you? Oh, okay.
yeah.
Hopefully it
Where
also
we are
makes
just
sense
trying
to
to-
other
yeah.
people.
Yeah, like you were a struggle to find, like you never, like the reason, like all the sacrifice your parents did to leave a country they didn't feel like it was on their team to come here.
Yeah. And I guess my point is the struggle to find identity for yourself. Like what makes you you? What is your identity?
What is your thing? But like I don't blame like you or people that never want to leave the US, because against a lot of people believes this is a great country. You know, I know a lot of people that think this country went to shit, and I'm sure it has at some degree, or like the American dream is dead. I don't think it is dead. I think this is a great country. I think like there's a reason why people emigrate to the US. You know, it might not be the best like it was like 50 years ago, but it's still better than Colombia or like South America or like Africa, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I think the American dream is dead. Well, if not dead, dying.
Why
Like
you think
almost,
it's dead?
It's almost like
what
it's on the ground. We're like trying CPR, you know, like
what is the American
trying
dream
to
for you?
figure it out. It's to me the American dream is being able to build a family, and being able to take care of that family, and then once you take care of that family, being able to take care of your community, and then that's generally where the goal, like that's generally where you want to live in, being able to provide for your wife, provide for your kids, and then once that's done for, provide for your family, like outside family, and then from that your community. But all of that is usually or historically has been based on whether or not you can purchase land, and whether or not that land is gonna
hold his value,
hold its value and appreciate over time. And now I don't think, especially anyone like 30 and under, it seems kind of pretty difficult to be able to purchase land or be able to start a family without having to like live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah. Well, I do think the American dream changes from person to person, right? I think obviously as an American, you have like the golden years that probably like 10 years ago was everything was better than now, and like not too expensive, not so much inflation, all that. So I don't think anybody's definition of the American dream is wrong, because I think it changes from person to person.
Yeah.
For me, or for the immigrants, because I am an immigrant, I think the American dream is alive, because to me, the American dream is just not be given stuff, but giving you the tools to be like, hey, if you want to succeed, it's up to you. In Colombia,
opportunity, the land of opportunity.
Exactly. In Colombia, I wanted to succeed, but it was like a paywall. Okay, you wanted to succeed?
Yeah.
Spend some racks in like this school, and then you might. But also, if you graduate this school, we might tell you have a lot of overqualifications, so we won't get you. Or if you don't go to that school, well, you don't have enough qualifications. Or you might be too old for the job. So like, I know my sister struggled because she was like on her 30s, and they were like, nah, dog, you're too old. You can't get this job. We need someone younger. But then they get the younger person like, you don't have enough experience, so we either gonna pay you shit or we just not gonna even hire you.
Yeah.
Overtime is not a thing in Colombia. Like, you work the overtime, you don't get paid the overtime. And in most, it's not like if a company wants to be nice and pay you for overtime, that's on them. But legally, no company is obligated to pay you overtime. At least it wasn't when I was working back there. If you want to buy a house, good luck. If you want to live in a, like, I know a lot of people in Colombia that want to succeed and don't want to leave the country. But unless you come from money or like insanely smart that you can get in one of our public universities, which is very hard, you just can't succeed. Here, when we emigrated to the US, I didn't have shit. I only have my language. I knew how to speak English. We got into this warehouse job, and they were like, "You're getting paid $9 an hour." I thought that was a shitload of money at the time, and it was like, yeah,
$1 million?
$9 an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
I was like,
thought so too when I first started. I was like a little cashier
Right?
for $9 an hour.
I was like, oh shit. And then I discovered overtime, and they were like, yeah, I mean, you can do overtime if you want. We'll pay you time and a half. And I was like, wait, so that's like $15 an hour? What the fuck? That's a shitload of money. So I felt like I went to school. I was able to afford school because I work extra. And I was able, like, I was given the tool, like, yeah,
You're
you
saying
can,
like college?
yeah.
Oh.
I was able to, it was like up to me. Like, you really want to go to school? Well, you can. You just probably have to work a little extra. But it was a possibility. So I got the option. It was like my choice. Like, okay, yeah, it sucks. I'm going to have to work some extra hours, but I'm going to be able to go to school. And then hopefully once I graduate, I'm going to have another chance to get something that will stop me from working so many hours. So that's how I become a maintenance tech. You know, I was working enough to afford school. And once I graduated, I was like, bet, now I don't need to be a dumb operator. Now I have this piece of paper that says, hey, you're smart enough to like turn wrenches.
Yeah.
And that got me into my next job, which paid like $26 an hour. And I was like, hell yeah. And then I didn't have to work as much overtime. I still did it because, you know, extra money never hurts. And like that just like, I was not like, I never knew someone that was like, I get you here. Like working at, I never knew anybody that was like, oh, I'm going to hook you up. Just like, you know, it was always like up to me. Like if I put the work in, I got something out of it. So to me, that's the American dream, is just having the possibility of succeed. It's just depending on how much work you want to put in.
Or how smart you are in the paths.
Yeah, exactly. So like for Colombian standards where you don't get a choice, it's like, this is the deck you were deal with when you were born and this is it. Versus being in a country that are like, yeah, if you want to succeed, just put in the work and then you're going to get it. It's not going to be easy, but it's not impossible either.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that's pretty cool. Like that's a lot of like, that's a great opportunity that a lot of people take for granted. Just, I feel like people here sometimes they complain like, oh, we need to work extra or like this and that. And like, yeah, but you still, if you really want a vacation, if you really want that nice truck, or if you want to do anything, just put in the work. They're hiring out there. There might not be the most fun job, but you know, it's still gonna give you money that you can then invest in whatever you want and, you know, go from there.
Yeah.
So to me, that's worth like anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just feel like the middle class in the U.S. it used to be like the majority of, it was the biggest class out of all of them, right? But it's being gutted. It's if you're a boomer, you're pretty set up.
Yeah,
you were able to buy a house at like 100 something grand, 117 grand. Now that's now worth like 600 grand. And you probably like have a good retirement. You have a pension. You have all that. Like they're pretty set up.
Very.
Yeah. but any like generation after that, it's kind of it's not as clear. Like they were able to reach the American dream. The most of them do. But now for especially people that go to college that don't really know what exactly it is that they're trying to study for or what the job is, what job correlates to what the subject you're studying.
Yeah.
So you're just taking on all this college debt that isn't. It's not a little like here and there. Like it's
a lot.
life-changing shit.
Yeah. I think college can be the best thing or the worst thing for anybody. I think technical college all the way. If you want to be a plumber, an electrician, a maintenance tech, anything.
They're the richest people in America.
And I think it's like they're not talked about the most.
No, they're if anything, demonized. They seem kind of like, oh, if you're retarded, you could get this job.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you do technical trade school, you're just a fuck off. And to me, it's like it's a cheap school. You're gonna get rewarded.
Real skills.
You're gonna
like
get
skills.
Real life skills, and like you can still make a living and just And I think they just sell this idea of like, no, you need to go to college and study like science or like arts or whatever, and then society is gonna accept you. But they don't tell you like, yeah, you're gonna have a nice liberal degree in this thing, but you're gonna get like 200K on debt, and you're gonna get a job that pays you like 60K a year. Good luck with that. Like, what's the point? It's literally you're just like accepting debt that is just like getting you under. And like, I mean, that's also like the capitalist.
Well, no, I see. That's the thing is I don't think this is capitalism anymore. That the U.S. used to be the embodiment of what capitalism could be, right? Like it was the shining city on a hill or whatever. But now it's been corrupted to with the government. It's like a merger between the government and the private companies that bother me a lot. That in order to make it, like if you're, there's no way to make a new meat packing facility. If you wanted to start your own farm for all your cattle and start selling like high quality meat or whatever,
good luck.
The big guys are gonna f you up. They're not because they have a better product or they have a better system. It's because the regulations that the government imposes on all businesses, whether it's big or small, like you can't afford any of that shit.
No,
you can't afford all the extra shit that you have to, like for example, USDA. If you have a meat packing facility, you have to have an office for a USDA rep on site.
Oh shit!
And you basically have to have them on your payroll. That they're over here checking everything that it's going to be okay.
Damn.
Yeah. And, yeah. So it's not what it should be. Right now, you're incentivized to be a finance guy. You're not incentivized to make things anymore. You're not incentivized to be productive in your communities. You're incentivized to go to New York and work at a big hedge fund or something.
Yeah, just like work on your desk, hating your life. I mean, and some people do enjoy that. I would never enjoy something like that. I feel like I take pride of just being able to work with my hands and be like, I figured this shit, And that's funny because I didn't grow up like I was not mechanically inclined. Because I didn't grow up with a dad, and I grew up in like a big city and a capital, so the need for you doing stuff was not there. You just hire a guy. So I never grew up like change your own oil, repair this, do that. Never. I moved to the US, and I literally just again I went down another time where I just fell without control. I was like, yeah, I'm getting all this money and I'm doing this, but like what am I doing with my life? Like what am I doing? Yeah, I have like a nice car or like whatever, but like what is my purpose? And I didn't find my purpose because I was working at a factory. I was just like a PA, just loading parts, and then I was just like, moving through life. I was like early 20s. And then I will see the guys carrying like a lot of tools, going to a machine, doing some work and then go back there. And then they will do that like a few times. And like, those guys are like chilling. And I'm here like working 12 hours or 8 hours nonstop, maybe with the break here and there. Those guys are probably working 5 or 4 hours out of the day. And I heard they get paid a shit ton. And I go to one of the guys like, what do you guys do? And like, oh, we're just maintenance techs and like we just fix things. And I was just like, I want to be one of them because they get paid a lot, but they are not doing it and like a lot. And like that was my whole like that was like what made me become like a maintenance tech.
Yeah.
Was just because of like these guys are lazy as and they're getting so much money.
Yeah.
I need some of that. Give me some of that. I'm tired of being on my feet loading these parts like mindlessly.
Yeah.
So
probably most production associates feel that way.
Yeah. So I was like, how do I
not everybody can make it though.
That's true. Yeah, because it looks easy and it's like, oh, you're not doing shit, but in reality, once you're doing it, you know, we do stuff most of the time.
Yeah, I mean the hardest part is the learning how to reason, learning how to troubleshoot,
learning
all
how to
the
troubleshoot.
foundational like aspects of what it is that you're
And
working.
I didn't realize, but these guys were only taking like 30 minutes or 5 hours out of their 12-hour shift because they just knew their shit. If something broke,
exactly, yeah,
they just knew it and like they just fix it quick and they got to enjoy the rest of the time off.
Yeah.
I didn't see it that way. I just like, oh, these guys are just lazy and like I want to be lazy and get paid a lot.
The first maintenance tech that started training me, his name, shout out Joe Whaley.
Hey.
Joe Whaley from Nevada. You are awesome, man. He brought me to break, and it was the first time I went to break as a maintenance technician.
Yeah.
And I'm accustomed to 15 minutes, only 15 minutes. That's your limit. 15 minutes, you got to get back. You got to get back, or else some people are going to start asking questions. But we're just sitting in the cafeteria, like there's managers walking by. We're just chilling. It's 20 minutes at this time, and I'm starting to freak out a little bit, like should we go or whatever? But I don't say anything. I'm just doing what my trainer's doing.
Yeah.
And we're just chilling. 30 minutes pass. It gets to 45 minutes, and I'm like,
dude.
So do you think anybody is gonna ask about us? And he's like, oh no, they got the line covered, man. No worries, no worries at all. And I was like, oh, okay. And he could tell that I was nervous. He was like, "Oh, you're used to the 15-minute breaks or whatever, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "One thing you'll learn now that you're a technician, you don't get paid for like what you do. You get paid for what you know."
Yeah.
And that right then and there, I was like, "Okay."
Your mind was like,
I guess where's the nearest book?
I need to start learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I didn't know that when I started going into maintenance. I was like, how do I do that? And they're like, well, this school offers classes and it's like a year. You go Monday to Friday and you just do it. And I was like, bet. And I signed up for school. Like they didn't work with my schedule at all. So I was like going to school full time and also working full time. So I was literally sleeping like 4 hours out of the day. I will just go to school from like 7 to 3 and then go to work from 3:30 to like midnight and then go home and then sleep like 4 or 5 hours and then do it again Monday to Friday nonstop. And I was working 7 days a week.
Yeah.
So it was tough. I learned a lot, or enough, I guess. And I learned how to wrench. I just didn't know anything. But that's the good thing about trade schools. They literally give you a wrench and they teach you how to wrench, which is the most basic skill ever. But you don't realize that there's a right way to do it or a wrong way to do it.
Yeah.
And like for a lot of people, like myself included, I didn't know how to use a wrench.
Yeah.
I was like, how the you like?
Same. I didn't know what Allens were.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, is that a guy?
Yeah.
Who the is Allen?
Yeah.
So they teach you like skills that like now, like if I need to build something or fix something, oh, I already know how to do this. It's like gave me skills to get good at my job, but also gave me skills to like if I need to work on my car. Like a few months ago, the freaking the alternator went out on Mel's car, and I was like, okay, I can figure this out. And I just pull up YouTube and I was like, oh yeah, sure. And I just did it. it took me like a long time because the first time I did that, but I never felt once like, shit, I need a professional mechanic for this. I was like, oh, okay, this is just wrenching.
Yeah.
So I feel like,
dude, the alternator I think is like a gateway drug for anyone that wants to, that feels like they can't do anything or they can't figure out anything. Yeah, because I had the same experience. I was younger though. My dad was out of town, and my mom she only had the truck, but it was winter, so it was cold every day, and
yeah,
so she needed the truck and to have the 4x4 so she didn't slip all over the place. And the alternator went out, but my dad wasn't there, and so he tells my mom to tell me to fix it. And so my mom says that to me. I'm like, wait, what?
like,
yeah,
me?
she's like, yeah, that's what he said. Because she was also surprised. She's like, yeah, that's what he said. You don't know how to do. Like, no.
Why? I'm supposed to know. When was the training?
What are you talking about? Yeah, exactly. And she's like, oh, pues no sé, dijo tu papá. And so I call him. Like, he's like,
fuck you mean about this?
Yeah, he's like, I call him. He's like, figure it out.
He told you that?
Yeah, figure it out. I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, it's a problem. Figure it out.
Dude.
Okay, let's do this. So I went out there, I put all the jackets on, and I was like Oompa Loompa, walking like that to the truck, pulled up YouTube, and it's the first time I ever did anything like mechanical by myself. And it worked out. I found all the tools that we needed. Thankfully, he had all the tools that we needed,
yeah.
and it worked out. The next day, my mom went to work, and the alternator was working. And it's the first time I ever felt proud of myself. I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you how you feel about after you were done.
Yeah, it felt fulfilling.
I
but
never.
It didn't bite me like in the sense that, oh wow, I'm super into cars now. Like I need to learn everything. No. I felt like I just dodged a bullet. I was
like, oh, dude, we're good for another 6 months. For me, it never hit me until I started actually doing my apprenticeship. I was just, all right, I got this knowledge from school. Now I'm shadowing this tech. And then one day he was just like, I'm going to break, just you cover the floor. I'm like, dude, this is my second week. I mean, I knew I was an operator, so I knew the process. But like, I've never jogged a robot. These are welding phonic robots that I'm pretty sure, if I press the wrong thing, it's going to crash and shit's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, no, you got it. And we got a call. It was like simple stuff, like a reed switch went bad or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like, the operator was like, it's not working. I don't know why. Figure it out. And just like the whole motion of like troubleshooting, like, okay, this is not working. It's because of this thing. Oh, this thing is supposed to turn on, but it's not. Oh shit, this cable is bad. Let me try it. Swap it up and works. And I just felt like, damn, I just did that. I just fixed something. And I don't know if it's just me, but I just felt like I was useful.
Yeah.
I just felt like, oh, and I still feel that way at work. Like the other day, like they were gonna like escalate this thing to engineerings, and they're like, we can't figure this out, and like, yeah, like we already had all these people look at it and they didn't know, and they're like, hey, if you want, you go try it, but we're like pretty sure it's not gonna happen. And I go there, like 30 minutes in, boom, it's working, and I just feel like, shit, I am that guy. I did it. And I don't know, it feels good, Is
oh yeah. I was telling Carlos my favorite time of all time was night shift team.
Why?
Because that was when I felt like I was at my peak. Like it was just, I felt unstoppable. Like I could fix anything.
That was back in Nevada or with us?
No, here in Texas.
The Model Y?
Yeah, Model Y. It was okay, it's night shift. There's no engineering. Maybe we have engineering once in a while.
There's no so much pressure.
There's no so much pressure, but we have a problem. Who do you call? You call me. And it felt like there was pressure in the sense that, oh, okay, I have to perform.
Yeah.
But I never felt I never felt like I wasn't going to be able to figure it out.
Dude, you
Like
always
it was the
figure it
most
out.
confident. Like it was the most confident period of my career, I guess.
You saved my ass so many times, dude.
Yeah, and see, like that also feels good is to know that like the people that think that they kind of hit a dead end, or maybe they messed up, maybe they skipped a handshake or something, and they didn't want to tell me. And
Yeah, I dealt with that a little bit when I became a team lead on that same shift,
mm-hmm.
and like I'm not at your level. You know more than robots than
No,
me.
I don't know anything about anything
Yeah,
anymore.
that's what you said, but like obviously we had a few instances where it's just especially with new people, they're just learning the process and whatever, and just feeling like, oh, I am their go-to.
Yeah.
Like they already exhausted their 5-minute troubleshooting period or 10-minute troubleshooting period, and they're like, hey, we need a lead over here. Shit's going down. And I remember most of the time I just was like, oh, okay, I'm going there, but I'm actually an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. I always have like that sense that I'm not that good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I always like get lucky.
Yeah.
I'll be there and I'll just be with the pendant. I'm like looking like I know what I'm doing, but actually I don't know what the I'm doing. I'm just like, oh, okay, well, let's try this, and it actually works. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
and I'm
But
like,
that's how you learn. I feel like that's
dude,
how I
but I
learn.
also up so many times.
Yeah, but that's why you have to have your backups, the people that will come save you.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. When I said that it feels good to come and
help.
help those that are in that really messed up, because you want to encourage that. You want to encourage people
Yeah,
to take a chance and do kind of risky things. I mean, you kind of have to
yeah,
know your limits or whatever, but
yeah.
but to know that someone will have your back if you mess it up, they'll be there, and you know they're gonna figure it out.
That's how I felt when you were my team lead. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, she's gonna hit the fan, but hey, I know G's gonna be there, and he's just gonna rescue me. And you always came through.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It felt confidence. It didn't feel like luck at some point. And initially, it felt like luck, but towards the end, it just felt like pure. Like I was tasting myself. It's probably a good thing that I went to Cybertruck, because I was too comfortable there, I would say.
Yeah, being comfortable can be good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you start getting complacent sometimes when you're just so confident and comfortable. Then you start getting like reckless,
Yeah.
and you start doing things that you're not supposed to. And I was getting to that point as well.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like skipping handshakes. Oh, this is fine. I know what I'm doing. And like nothing happened at that period. But yeah, I think on my first week working there, I was in overtime, and stupid thing, robot goes down, like a tip change error, something like 5 seconds fix, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm there, I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. I know what I'm doing. Skip handshake because I don't know what the I'm doing, and this seems fine. I've seen, because Carlos was training me. I've seen Carlos doing this. This is gonna be fine. And
Shout out
then,
Carlos.
dude, Carlos, shout out to you, best trainer ever. um, and I was like, oh, I've seen him doing it, not understanding what he actually was doing, just like kind of like, just being stupid. And I was like, okay, skip handshake, play, auto. Robot just goes, smacks another one, and I'm just like, oh, what the fuck? I just like, I was like, I felt the shittiest I felt in my whole life. It was like, I'm on overtime helping, and I just make a big mess. There was like all these people. What happened? How did this happen? Are you a idiot? The whole line is down for like 4 hours because the encoder got smacked. So we need to replace that, and we need to reteach every single spot because,
Mm-hmm.
he just got, it was like 5 hour downtime. And the whole time I just felt like I'm going to get fired. What the fuck did I do? This was a mistake. I just felt like
They're
shit.
not gonna give me OT anymore.
Yeah, the OT was the least thing of my concerns. I just felt like shit.
Yeah.
But I learned from it, and then Carlos was doing overtime with me, and then he just got there and he was like, oh yeah, dude, we're gonna get the money, and this, like, and he just sees my things like, dude, what happened? I'm like, I just crashed the road, and he's like, what? let me see it. Like he always has like this energy that he's the best energy, and then he's like, yeah, dude, you up. But he was trying to cheer me on, but at the same, like, I love Carlos. He was just like one of my best memories.
Yeah.
But yeah, just having those moments where you just feel like, oh, I'm an idiot, and just up, and you just lose your confidence too. And then just trying to gain your confidence the next day, then you need to jog this robot that is holding this big ass piece of car, and you're like, oh shit, I if I f up again, I'm gonna be fired. But yeah, then you just start getting it right, and then your confidence comes back, and then it's a lot of confidence, and you start getting reckless again, and it's like a vicious cycle. But I don't know, I miss it. I really miss those days.
Yeah, I miss it. Me and Carlos were talking about it too. That was the best time.
Oh yeah,
that night shift team.
It was, dude. It was so much fun. Everybody was fun, and it was a lot of wild things happening, dude. I got called. Some people were saying, "Oh, you're a spy. You're just here ratting on us." Just
oh yeah, they called me the Elon spy.
Oh, they did.
Shout out Philip Lane. Yeah, I was always referred to as this Elon spy because I came from Nevada and I was like a guy, so they thought that they sent me there to kind of benchmark how the team was.
That's
secretly.
Crazy.
But yeah, that would be a good idea, I think. Start putting spies out in every facility,
and then just I'm sure there are. They're just I
don't know. I don't know if there really are.
You don't think so? You don't think they don't have like a few people here and there just to check on what the is happening?
Nope. No, I think everything is very decentralized.
I do believe that. I do believe it's decentralized.
All they really give about is whether or not you make your number. And if you made your number, all right, cool. We don't need to really look into that.
But if you're not making your numbers, what's going on? You're getting fired.
You're getting fired. You're getting replaced. You're getting laid off. Lay off the whole team.
Yeah, it is just. But I don't know. I also miss that night shift crew. It was, I don't know.
Especially during the Carla saga.
Dude, it was so sad when he left.
Who?
When Carlos left to Cybertruck.
Oh yeah. No, I was saying the Carla saga.
Oh, you said Carla. Oh, my bad. Oh, dude.
Did Carlos leave before? No. Carlos went with the group of guys that they kind of forced over there, right? Yeah.
I don't know if they forced them. I think they wanted to go.
Oh, they volunteered?
I think so. Carlos was pushing. I was pushing also very hard to go to Cyber because you were already in Cyber, so we're like, oh, we're following you. I got denied, but Carlos got in. So, but yeah, the Carla saga, that was
also a very interesting period.
I know. That was the moment where we were used to hanging. We were hanging out the most.
Oh yeah, I told who was it? I think I was telling my little brother about it. But remember when you wanted to go to jiu-jitsu, and I was just begging you, like, dude, like, I'm like, I need to get this out or whatever. And then we went to Cosmic, and I just got shit faced. I don't remember what I was saying, but yeah, it was.
You were not making a lot of sense, but a lot of sense at the same time. If that makes sense.
Kind of like how this podcast has gone.
Yeah, exactly. It's just two retards just rambling things. No, but yeah, I remember you and Angel being there, and Angels were just like, yeah, you were down bad, bro. But it all worked out.
Bad, yeah. Ryan actually taught me what that meant.
Ryan
was like Ryan Schlett.
Oh.
Yeah.
You didn't know what down bad was?
No, I had no idea.
You've been living like under a rock.
Yeah, no, I've come to realize that there's a whole world out there that I don't understand. Like Carlos's memes, like his algorithm is on a different planet than I am.
I love it. My algorithm is kind of the same, but I'm like 6 months delayed. So I'm just now getting the whole 6, 7. I don't know if
I don't know. I don't know. Explain what that is.
Dude, that's the thing. I don't know how to explain it because it means literally nothing.
It means nothing. It's just like a psyop.
Yeah, it's just like 6, 7. Like, okay.
I first heard about it on South Park.
South Park?
Yeah, South Park came out with a new episode with. Do you know who Peter Thiel is?
No.
He's a huge investor. We could get into him, but he's the main character in this episode of South Park, and he's over here talking to kids about the Antichrist and how he's coming and shit. And the kids are always saying 6, 7, and then he says something else, and then they're like 6, 7, and then they get more riled up. 6, 7.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then they think like 6, 7 is some kind of conspiracy theory. Yeah,
I love conspiracy theories.
I like it. What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
Dude, I have so many of them. I have like dumb, silly ones, and like ones that I'm actually like the whole Charlie assassination thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're being lied to.
Yeah,
it was definitely not that guy that they say he shot him.
Yeah, what makes you think that?
Well, I mean, just a lot of weird things. First thing, like the footage, they say like he had a rifle and all this stuff, and then you look into the footage and it's just like he has a backpack, but you don't see any rifle.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see the backpack, it's like small. How the fuck are you gonna carry? Even if you take it apart, like still not gonna fit there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you know about this. I learned in like YouTube video, so if it's not true,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sorry. But like apparently if you take a scope out, like you disassemble it, like to take the rifle apart, and then you reassemble it and you put the scope back, it needs to be recalibrated.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not like plug and play.
Mm-hmm.
So they say that he took everything apart and put it back together, and then the scope just magically work.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not how scopes work.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like the guy that was screaming, "I'm the killer" or whatever, and it was just a random guy that he has been in other, like, I don't know if it was 9/11 or something, other conspiracy that he was also there screaming crazy stuff.
Yeah.
What are the chances? Why is this guy?
Yeah, that old guy was at 9/11 as well.
Yeah. So like, what? And then
George Zinn.
That's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out George. Or maybe not. And then the timing of it, he gets shot and killed around the time he starts raising questions about Israel and like the way they do things with the US politicians and how the US support doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So it's like,
dude, there's a whole political civil war going on right now. It's the most, I'm telling I wish everyone can understand why this is so interesting and why the different personalities clashing and like how they speak about each other. Like they all say things within their words, and it's so clear to me now that I know all this stuff. It's the greatest TV show of all time.
And we're living it.
And we're living in it, but no one's paying attention. Well,
I think people are paying it. I think people are paying more attention.
People than not are paying attention. And like the people around my circle, I feel like they also pay attention a little bit.
Yeah.
And whether it's paying attention through via memes or through like actually listening to all
that's
these
the beauty of social media.
Mm-hmm.
Or beauty also, like the worst thing is just like we're getting fed all this information that a lot of times is just misinformation, but sometimes you're getting like interesting things, like people talking about the Charlie Kirk murder and how for them this doesn't make sense, and to me it doesn't make sense either.
Mm-hmm.
And like the timing of it and all these other things. So like, but it's good that people like me, I don't watch news at all, but it's cool that I'm able to get some sort of news through my phone.
Mm-hmm.
That is also engaging when it's not misinformation, because I also get fed a lot of misinformation. So it's kind of hard you have to like do your own research sometimes.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that even if you even if you do pay attention to the news, and by news I don't even mean like Fox, MSNBC, CNN. I'm saying news figures. Like if you follow the White House on Twitter and you see their posts, and then you follow Tucker Carlson, you follow you follow like Don Lemon or whoever. the Young Turks, Patrick Big Day, like all these political commentators. That's where I get most of my news. And I try to, since I don't think most people have the time to actually do a whole lot of research into this.
Yeah.
You kind of have to rely on these commentators because their whole brand is to gain your trust enough to be able to commentate on the news and actually be saying the truth.
So what do you do when you're like trusting this guy for news and then you realize that they have ulterior motives?
Exactly. Like, and that's what you always got to be looking out for.
Yeah, like I always, like me personally, I always question everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're getting like the Thanksgiving's off in my department. I'm like, why? Are we like doing bad and they don't need us? Or like, I always question everything, sometimes too much.
Mm-hmm.
But like, do you know the new mayor of New York?
Mamdani, yeah.
Yeah, like he seems cool,
mm-hmm.
and I like him, and like I agree with a lot of the things he says. But at the same time, I'm also like, okay, so you're saying you're gonna make grocery stores part of the government, and that's how you're gonna regulate the price?
Yeah.
Like, to me, it sounds good in a way, but also like, why are we giving more control to the government? Like, why not just support the little mom and pop shops? And
his acceptance speech was kind of up where he's like
giving more money.
Yeah. There is no problem that the government can't fix, or
and like, I always think politicians are full of shit. There's not like, I get mad when, like, especially with the whole Trump thing, when people were like, Trump is gonna save us. He's the answer. He's gonna just fix everything. And I'm like, he's a politician. I come from Colombia. Politicians ain't worth that fuck.
Yeah.
They're always corrupt. They always want their own benefit.
What makes a politician, though?
Well, someone
at what point do you become a politician? Once you start running for office, is that when?
Yeah, to me that's
when it makes a switch.
Yes, because then once they start running for office, they need funds, they need sponsors, and other people like, we're gonna give you $10 million, but I want you to like be lean. We be like more lenient towards like meat regulations or what. So now they're being influenced. So I think that's unless there's like a politician that.
Yeah, have you ever tried to understand why that there was a huge fervor for Trump when he first started?
Not really. I mean, I think a lot of people. So I think he was just different, and I think Americans just wanted. They just felt like they were stuck, and all the politicians were just the same flavor with a different color.
Yeah.
And I think Trump was the first one that was speaking his mind out just too much. And I think that resonated with a lot of people that felt the same way. So, and a lot of people like Trump or like Andrew Tate or like Nick Fuentes, they do this thing where they're like, they will say things.
Bombastic.
Yeah. They will say things that make a lot of sense for some people. Like, you know, saying that, oh, we should get our student loans forgiven because why are we sending money to Israel when we have all of our population?
They say that?
Nick Fuentes says that a lot.
Oh.
He says like, why are we sending money to Israel when like I got student loans?
Okay.
Like, why are we not supporting?
Oh, I mean, he's just using student loans as a
like an example.
An example, but I doubt that he like is advocating for the government to pay off the student loans.
I don't know. I don't really follow Nick Fuentes because he's like crazy. But like they will say things that make you be like, actually, that sounds nice. Like I would like to
that
pay
makes sense, yeah.
less on gas, and then they will say outrageous things like, oh, women shouldn't vote. Like they should be in the kitchen.
Yeah.
They're the reason why the country is going to shit because like there's no women in the house to raise the kids.
Yeah,
which makes you be like, oh, that sounds horrible. But then they will say something in between, and they were like, oh, we should like stop giving homeless people this type of benefits because whatever, or like drug regulation or something that is outrageous but it's not so outrageous. So by doing that continuous switch up, they switch it up and you're like, oh, I don't trust that. But then they say something that really makes sense. And then you're like, well, maybe I should trust them. And then they just trying to get you to agree more and more with their ideology. So I think Trump has started like that. I think he was like, oh, I'm a businessman. I can run this country's finances better. Which, if you look at Trump's track record, I think he has filed for bankruptcy a couple of times back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
He only has money because he was a nepo baby.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't. I mean, I'm sure he knows stuff, but I don't. I think there's more qualified people for the job.
Yeah.
And then was speaking his mind out, and that resonated with a lot of people that felt like freedom of speech is not a thing anymore, and like he's speaking his mind out, and like I respect that, and I think that's how he got in.
Yeah.
And
have you ever heard of Theodore Roosevelt?
Yeah.
Like there was two Roosevelts. There's Franklin Roosevelt and Theodore Roosevelt. Can you imagine like who he was?
The one was the one that I'm not really good at American history, but one of the one was the one that pushed for the national parks, Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah, him.
Yeah. The one with the glasses.
Yeah, the glasses, the mustache, or whatever.
And then he was like, it has pictures of him hunting like
that
lions
Roosevelt.
and yeah.
The badass Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he kind of rose to power at a time where there was a whole lot of monopolies happening with different industries, and you know what a monopoly is, right?
Yeah.
And so, and at the time where like it's still happening to this day, but it was obvious that presidencies and congressmen, senators, like they were being bought off. Like, obviously, it's not like a quid pro quo type thing where it's blatantly obvious, but I'd say, hey, I'll donate to this cause over here, or we'll donate to your nonprofit organization or whatever. Anyway, point is that there's a certain class of elites that they all kind of vote each other in. They all kind of support each other. And Theodore Roosevelt was a part of that elite class, was running around in those circles. But he kind of realized that shit's going wrong, and it's going wrong real quick, especially because of these monopolies. And obviously, if you have a monopoly, you have a lot of money coming in and a lot of influence that you could peddle around all circles of the elite group or whatever. And basically what Theodore Roosevelt was a huge you to his class, to the people, to his own friends. Imagine that. Imagine being around these people that you kind of consider your friends, that you have a lot of fun experiences with. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, I think you're a problem, bro. Like, and I'm going to run against your interest because I think you're kind of fucking shit up.
Did he use like, oh, I'm actually part of you guys and I'm going to help you guys out, and then he did the switch up after the fact, or before he went for it, he did the switch up?
I actually don't know those details. I want to think that he was bombastic in the same way that Trump was. That it's hey, these guys, these monopolies, I'm gonna fuck them up. Vote me in. So then they vote him in, and he is known as the buster, the trust bust or whatever. Like there's a bunch of cartoons of him like ripping up companies and stuff like that. Anyway, the reason I bring Teddy Roosevelt up. Cheers. Second shot. Here we go. Woo! Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're like that Colombian alcohol.
Woo! Licorice, man.
I also haven't eaten anything the whole day,
thing.
so
Carla got she got with Anna and Melly.
Oh, she's over there?
She's over there with him now, and she's like, oh shit, I just saw your message. Oh no. And so she said she's just gonna send food here, but I don't know how she's gonna do it because
shout out to Carla.
Shout out Carla. Shout out Anna. Shout out Melly.
Yeah, shout out to all of you.
It's cool that they're hanging out. Like that's actually
I like that.
I'm really excited.
Yeah,
about
Melly
that.
organized it all.
Yeah,
like, you should do it.
That's awesome. Where were we? Oh, Theodore Roosevelt. Yeah. So my point is that he was in that class, knowing that there's no way that you can become president if you're outside of this elite circle.
Kind of like use them,
Yeah. If you're not in it, then there's no way you can get in power. And but he did it, and I would argue he did a lot of good. For example, the national park stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that's also how Trump was viewed, especially after a presidency like Obama, because Obama also kind of promised a lot of the same thing that Trump did, specifically with the economy and foreign policy. And like his whole shtick was hope. And I don't know if you were in the U.S. Probably weren't in the U.S. at the time.
I moved out back in his last year.
But
I moved in when Trump took over, basically.
Oh yeah,
yeah, fun times.
Yeah. No, but when Obama was first elected, it felt like there was a real energy, man. Like you really felt like, oh wow, the first black president of the U.S. is gonna fix our problems. He's gonna stop the wars that we've been a part of. He's gonna stop the bloodshed. He's gonna focus on America. He's gonna put America first, right?
And then he didn't.
Oh, he did a huge 180. There was so much hope and anticipation for his presidency that he won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, no way.
Without having done anything. Like preemptively, they give him the award because he had this much momentum behind him, but he didn't do anything, and they give him the award assuming that he was going to do something.
Yeah.
He never did anything. He never stopped any of the wars. He started new ones.
More wars.
Yeah.
He actually, fun fact, he's the president with the record on the most deportations.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You always think like the liberals are against deportation and things like, oh no.
Yeah.
He racked some bodies. He's like the biggest deportation numbers under Obama. Not Trump. I don't know right now, but
yeah, no, just still Obama's by a lot.
By a lot, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And that's my whole thing. It's like, it's politicians being politicians. They just
it's a uniparty. They're Republican, Democrat.
Yeah, they're working together. And it's dumb if you think they're not. It's dumb. And that's why I have a problem with people that vote just because, okay, I'm a Democrat, so I'm only going to vote for Democratic people, even though their candidate is shit.
Yeah.
Like,
with example with Kamala Harris. Like,
dude, yeah.
People who try to sell Kamala Harris to me, I was
delusional.
Like, why?
And like, yeah, why? What? Like, it's like, why are you voting for someone just because they are on your party?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't mean they're good.
They still have to earn your vote.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't believe she earned any vote.
Hell no. I mean, you can see the polls. She didn't. I mean, the whole fact. I mean, I think they just realized like, oh, Biden just this whole thing up. We need to find someone. Let's try to find the next best candidate. They just that because Kamala Harris was just not it.
Yeah.
If you really thought she was going to win, you were just deluded. Because I just saw that the moment they announced her, I was like, yep, it's over.
We're cooked.
We're cooked. How do you feel about Trump? Do you like him? Do you like...
Oh, right now I have issues with him, but okay, doctor, Republican debate highlights. I'm trying to find the moment where Trump became Trump.
What
Trump versus Marco Rubio. Oh shit. Here, we're gonna focus on trying to find this clip real quick, just so I can try to articulate
what you're saying.
Why Trump became Trump. Trump debate
like
moments.
Right before he was the official
insult comeback. Okay, so this is probably one of them. Okay. Yeah, none of these are the clip that I'm
trying to.
Because he talks about Israel,
like shitting on them, or
yeah.
Oh no,
it's a tough business. I never attacked him on his look, and believe me, there's plenty of subject matter right there. And I can tell you, this is a tough business.
That's why people liked him.
Yeah. He was a zinger. He was a great shit talker.
Because people were tired of just political correctness and having someone to speak their mind. I don't blame people that love him, especially if you got someone with like Biden that could barely talk. I see why people like Trump, but I also
what do you see that?
Well, because like again, he's being relatable in a way, because you always see politicians as you need to be political correct, you need to be like proper. You cannot, say.
Oh, I think
words.
It's this one.
If he builds the wall the way he built Trump Towers, he'll be using illegal immigrant labor to do it.
Now, keep in mind, Marco Rubio is the Secretary of State right now.
Oh,
So like
okay.
he's like his number. So he's almost as powerful as the VP as JD Vance right now. So he's on Trump's team, and they're like
going at
like
each other.
no. They're like, this is back in 2016. So they are going.
Oh, so now they're working together.
Yeah, now that this is what I'm saying. Like it's all a charade. It's
yeah.
all theater. So you just got to understand how the theater works. But yeah, so he's over here trying to zing him. He literally just called out like a literal corruption moment. Like, this is how this shit happens. He buys a house at this price, sells it to a buddy at a like
ridiculous price,
3 times as much, and now he does like something passes in Congress.
Oh, yeah, shit. It's like, yeah, I just sold this house and like, oh, what a coincidence! I'm passing this legislation that also helps the guy that bought this house for a lot of money, but it's not corruption because I was just selling him a house. So
Fuck. This is gonna piss me off. Well, it was that same debate,
but not that exact.
But it wasn't
clip.
that exact clip. It was basically calling in that same sense how he said, "Oh, he probably sold it to one of these lobbyists here in attendance right now." And then he also said something about like we got into all these wars for no reason, and then the crowd boos, like the crowd erupts and boo. And then he's saying, let them boo. These are all donors. These are all the people that are paying for these people. And I'm not taking shit from them. These people is basically, he literally told the crowd, you, to all the like elite people, all the donor classes. This is what I mean. All the people in that clique. He basically just said, you. And that's what kind of really like
resonated with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because imagine you're just getting over and over, and then there's this guy that talks whatever he wants to say. Okay, that's already badass.
Specifically about the war, specifically about foreign policy, specifically about why we're out there dying for some other people's war, and we can't bring him back. And he was talking shit about that.
Yeah, and like, what happened now? Why shit's still the same?
Yeah, and that goes back to like Trump 2.0 is different. Trump 2.0 is no longer self-funded. I mean, I don't know how self-funded he was back in 2016, but he at least like put a little grease in there. Now he's fully funded by Israel First type people like Miriam Adelson. You know who that is?
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but
Miriam Adelson is one of the 2 people that donated the most to Trump, other than Elon. Elon donated $100 million. I think Miriam Adelson also donated $100 million. So they're kind of neck and neck.
Damn.
And the reason she gave all that money was so that he can annex the West Bank. You know what the West Bank is?
No.
So Israel's like this land in the middle, and then Gaza's over here, and then the West Bank is a bigger area over here, which is both would be considered Palestine, right?
Oh.
So right now there's a bunch of Israelis going into the West Bank, and they're kicking a bunch of people out of their houses, like civilians. Civilians are over here, like, hey, you get. Me and Carlos are talking about this. How the government kind of like encourages it, like, hey, I mean,
just go there, and then
there's a house over there. Yeah, there people are living in there. Oh, there won't be once you get there. So
that's
so yeah, so my understanding is that Miriam Adelson gave him $100 million so that he can help Israel annex the West Bank, meaning that Israel will, like, the West Bank will become Israel.
That's
And he recently he came out and said Israel will not annex the West Bank. They will not annex the West Bank. And it was reiterated by JD Vance and Marco Rubio, all of which are huge, well, up until now have been huge Zionists. So that's a huge, like a double cross. Also, he called out Miriam Adelson for being Israel First when he went to Israel to announce the peace plan. He was like, "Oh, Miriam, we love Miriam." You know how he does all this like coded shit. We love Miriam. She, you know what? I asked her, "Do you love America or Israel more?" She didn't answer. I think that's because it's Israel, and he said it in front of a bunch of Israelis, so everybody started cheering.
That's crazy.
But he basically just said that, yeah, Miriam Adelson prioritizes Israel over America.
Yeah, and like,
and then right after that, he said, "We're not annexing the West Bank." So basically, he just kind of said "you," and then he slapped her afterward. So that's the dynamic happening right now.
Yeah, and they're not hiding it either. It's very clear. So that, to me, it bothers me when there's just diehard Trump fans that are like, "We need him in another term, even if we need to change the constitution." And I'm like, dude, you're just a Trump dick rider right now, just because you don't want to even look at the other party. Because, it's like, okay, yes, he's your party, but that doesn't mean he's always right. You need to, like, I align myself. I'm not left or right. I'm more like in the center. I'm like, there's
most people, I think.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be. You shouldn't just dick ride one way, one left, one side. You should just ask questions, and just because he seems like to be in your side, that doesn't mean that you don't get to question his motives just as much as the other side. Because, like, yeah, and I don't know, all these things with like Israel and other countries, like, we already have a lot, and like, to be honest, I don't have a thing to say because I'm not a U.S. citizen. So, I don't feel like I have the right to say anything when it comes to America.
Do you want to become a U.S. citizen?
I want to become a U.S. citizen. I think again, to me, the American dream is not dead. I think it's a great country. There's a lot of good things about America. And like, it would be great. I would love to be a citizen. I think it's like a huge privilege to become a citizen. But right now, I don't feel like it's my place to be like, oh, you guys, you guys are
commentating?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, for the fun of it, I just think, I think Trump 1.0 was better. He was probably less influenced and had less money from other countries to influence him, and that probably was why it was better. This Trump, he's just, I think he was just doing it for the money and just was like, oh, I know they're going to vote for me. I'm going to sell out and, this last term.
He was also threatened to go to jail because if he didn't win, he was going to go to jail.
Yeah. So I think, I think he probably maybe is being, I don't know. It's hard to know what's going on. But I do know this thing is another country shouldn't be, and this goes also for the U.S. because the U.S., like, people like to talk shit about how Israel has influenced the U.S. The U.S. does the same shit with other countries.
Everywhere. Yeah.
So I don't think it should be allowed for another country to influence another country's politics and just give them a lot of money. Like, that's what another conspiracy theory that we were talking about is that the whole thing that JFK got killed because he was trying to ban other countries or other associations that were like based in other countries. I don't remember the name of, but I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Foreign affairs, something, registration.
Yeah. So he was trying to ban it so they couldn't
or trying to enforce it on the Israel lobby.
Yeah. And then he was about to get it banned and then he gets killed. And then the next guy just, doesn't do anything about it. And now they're just.
But not only that, it was also getting them to register under FARA, but also to stop them from getting nuclear technology.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing is that we're over here worried about Iran getting nuclear technology, but over here Israel's trying.
They don't even tell you.
No, they're trying to be super. They stole the technology from us. They stole that shit. We didn't give it to them. They stole it.
Jeez.
And we're over here like, oh yeah, they're our buddies. They're our buddies.
They're helping us.
Buddies steal from each other.
It's like
man.
Americans the cuck right now.
Yeah, it's
they're
the cuck.
Just
huge
watching.
cuck. We've been a cuck ever since JFK got murdered, but.
Yeah, he was. I've heard he was a good president.
Yeah, I actually don't know too much about the politics of JFK, but
I know he was big on immigration and he wanted to make it right. That's the other thing. Like, I'm very passionate about immigration because this is the other thing. A lot of people are like anti-immigration, anti-illegals, and they take the right side or the left side, thinking, oh, they align with my policies, and I think they don't realize that the U.S. has such a immigration problem problem, but it's on purpose.
Yeah.
You can't tell me in a country like the U.S. where things like taxes, like if you don't pay your taxes or if you do shady stuff with your taxes, they will find it and they will go to your house and tell you hey, you're getting audited because what the.
Yeah.
They don't have the same amount of power to realize, oh, this is an illegal living in here. They have the same amount of reach. They can, if they really wanted to, they could secure the border in a way that it doesn't let anybody go in. Or like if anybody gets in and they overstay their visa, they can find out. Or if they're working illegally or whatever. This country has
you
the
agree
power.
that it should be like closed off? Like
No, I didn't say that. What I think is it shouldn't be the way it is right now, in a way that it should be. This country benefits from illegal immigrants, cheap labor, they pay taxes.
No, but I'm saying like the physical border. Like, should it just be wide open?
I don't know, because that's just a safety problem. I think every country has the right to secure their border. I just think the U.S. knows there's a lot of people coming in, and they should make it like accessible, you know? Because a lot of like the right wing says, oh no, they're just like, they want to be illegal because they want to break the rule. I can tell you, 8 out of 10 people that immigrate illegally in this country,
We always break the rules. Man.
yeah, they want to be
American
here.
is kind of breaking.
All right, they're just being American, right?
Uh-huh.
But 8 out of 10 people that come here illegally want to do it the right way. They want to do it legally. But if you try to do the process, good luck, because it's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. I mean, it's not possible to do it.
It's not
if you don't have money.
accessible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're kind of filtering out all the poor people that can come over here, which I guess it is a strategy. But
like, okay, do it in a way that is like, we're gonna give you the chance to get in, but and you don't have the money to pay for this work visa, but just give us your information. We'll give you this social so you can work here, and then you can just like, we'll take 7% of our paycheck to pay towards having the right to having this visa. And that will benefit the US because it's extra money.
Yeah.
But they don't do that not because they don't want to. It's just they're not because they can. It's just because they don't want to. Because left or right, having illegal immigrants benefits them.
Yeah.
They
Let's take a piss break because I'm about to piss myself.
Let's do it.
All right, we're back, folks. Coming back to the conversation we were having. What was the point? Actually, start over your point. That way we can have a little refresh.
So I was saying that the U.S. or politicians like to say, either the left or the right, like to say immigration is a problem, that we need to do this or that. And what I think is they don't want to fix the problem, either the left or the right, because they benefit from having illegal people.
Yeah, and the problem is just the broken system, right?
Yeah, it's a broken system, but they like to have it broken because, again, they
use it as leverage for whatever policy.
For whatever policy they want to, or whatever, was it Trump or whatever politician was sending illegals to other states as a pressure point to be like, you deal with them. I don't remember who that was.
I think it's Trump. Yeah, I think he was sending a bunch of people to El Salvador and also Colombia, I think.
Yeah, that was a whole thing. Yeah. And it's like, if this country really wanted to do it right, they could. We have the resources, but it's just that's not what they want, you know? And that's what a lot of people don't understand. And we're being played. It's not about the left or the right. They like to portray themselves like they're different. But like you said, it's all just one system. Yeah. They're just like, probably take turns, like, okay, we finished this, now it's your turn, or you know what I mean? I think it wasn't that one of like the things of the founding fathers said that they didn't want like a two-party system to be a thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like nobody's talking about that. Like a lot of people be like, the Constitution, this, that, we need to follow it, the 10 Amendments in school, this and that. But that was not part of the Constitution, but you know.
The 10 Commandments, you mean?
Yeah, that thing. And it's like, okay, what about the whole two-party system? But nobody talks about that. Everybody wants to be on one side. But I think this country could benefit from like a third party.
Yeah, no, I mean, the founding fathers did not recognize the country that we're in right now.
Oh, no.
The Constitution is optional, really, for a lot of people.
It's just they use it as like a ship. Like, oh, this is going to benefit me this or that way. So let's bring the Constitution as a point or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think people that don't realize that, they don't know they're being played.
But what is the solution? What do you think the solution
is? I think it's pretty easy. It's just like, obviously there's a demand. People want to get in, right? And there's a lot of jobs, like either like as in cleaning or factories. There's a lot of jobs, and immigrants just want a job that pays them.
Yeah.
And like, sometimes for like factories or like companies or whatever, they just need bodies,
Mm-hmm.
So why not just allow these people, like, if check their like the record, make sure they're not criminals and they're here trying to just better themselves.
But is that a good long-term plan? By long-term, I mean 5-10 year.
Well, think about it this way. Like, you start in a work visa and like we give you, like, let's say you got 6 months to find a job in whatever you want. But after you get a job, we get 5% of your pay every month or the year. And that's like, instead of paying us up front $5K before you have a job, which is very hard for people coming from another country, like, just start paying us. Like, they collect taxes to your paycheck, they can do the same thing. Just start paying us monthly or whatever once you get a job, and that's the way you're paying for this visa.
Mm-hmm.
That way we charge you taxes and a little more, which will help the country, because otherwise illegal people just pay taxes, but I'm sure they want to be legal, but they can't. And then, like, okay, once you get this going, if you still like it here and you've been here for like, I don't know, 3-4 years, and you have no criminal records and you've been like a excellent like candidate, we'll give you the chance to apply to be a resident.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, once you're a resident, you have to pay right now to be a resident. So they're getting money just for that. And then as a resident, you still don't have the same amount of rights, but you're still paying taxes, like processing fees, whatever. And you're still making it accessible for people. So there's going to be less illegal immigrants and more just legal immigrants that just want to help. And the ones that are breaking the laws, okay, deport them. Because, yeah, you don't want to go to a country and just like start robbing people. A lot of people rob or do illegal things because they just don't feel like they have a chance to do something better.
Yeah.
I believe people, if they given a chance, they will take the right way.
How do you feel about the protests that like in LA when they were waving the Mexican flag?
I mean, it's cool for them. They're protesting, but I mean, at the same time, I think just like the whole Blacks Life Matters, I think there were a lot of they were trying to be good protests, but there were a few agents sent by who knows who to make them like
agent provocateurs.
Yes. Yeah. To just steer the pot and make it like a conflict.
Yeah.
Just to look the party that's trying to make the point look at bad.
Yeah. I mean, because if that's the case, that makes sense. But for those people that actually felt like it was a good idea to wave around the Mexican flag protesting deportations when like that was such a big thing that they gave the other side. Like that was ammo. You just gave the other side ammo for giving the people that want to deport you more of a reason to want to deport you.
And I think that doesn't make sense. But my whole thing with this is the government just wants to keep us divided.
Yeah.
They want to blacks and whites separated, immigrants and non-immigrants separated. They don't want us working together. Because the moment you work together, you realize, oh, we're getting like these guys are this government hill thing. Like this guy's a dumbass. Like he's just making our life worse. Like you realize that he's actually not good.
Yeah.
But that's what we don't realize. Like they're just making like conflicts here and there to like make us more divided. And if we're divided, we're easy to control.
Yeah. That's the other thing that worries me a whole lot, especially, immigration is a factor, but it's not the whole thing. The main thing that worries me is this allegiance to Israel and how that split is going to happen. But my whole thing is there's not a whole lot of people that are selling what being American means anymore. Mm-hmm. And that's my search. That's my main, like, what does it mean to be an American? What, like, if you call yourself an American, why do you do that? What are the values of being an American? What makes us the best? Because growing up, I felt like being American is the best. Like USA is number one in the world at everything. Like people would look at us as like these cocky that just go all over the world. Just
USA.
Yeah, USA. Yeah. And
with the flag waving and all that.
Mm-hmm. Like there was pride. There was a certain American pride. Now, obviously, like pride isn't the like a super good thing, but there was at least a sense of unity that no matter what, especially after 9/11, it doesn't matter if you're white, black, brown, whatever. Like they hit us, so let's unite and go these people up.
Yeah.
And there's what is the tethering thing that keeps us all that keeps Americans connected? What is going to save the U.S.? Because there's a lot of interest of people outside, like especially with Israel. If you truly believe that Israel is that's where your allegiance lies, then go to Israel. If that's if you want to die for Israel, if you want to join the IDF and put yourself in danger for a foreign country, then
go do it.
That's fine. Go do it.
It's your own right.
But go live over there, though. Don't come back over here. You're not an American anymore. If you fight for a foreign military, you renounce your American citizenship. Because obviously you like fighting here is not one of your priorities if you're going out there dying for a different country.
I agree. And like and I think Carlos was talking about it, like, why are we supporting a country that has like like their citizens are living better than our citizens?
Yeah.
Like that's up. Like what's happening? Like why is nobody like paying? I think more people are paying attention to it, but I think it's not enough yet. Mm-hmm. But I think there's a turning point coming. Mm-hmm. Where people are
Shout out Charlie Kirk.
Oh shit!
Anytime someone says turning point, I think Charlie Kirk, because that's the organization.
Yeah, that was the name of it. But like, dude, okay. Side note: Have you seen all the memes about his wife?
No. Well, I know they're being pretty brutal.
Dude, it's crazy because like the way, like she's like they were saying she's always been pro. They were saying there was a clip I saw on YouTube where she was getting interviewed after he died, and she was saying, yeah, Charlie was just so like in touch with his Israeli or like Jewish roots or whatever, which I don't think
Christian, Judeo-Christian values.
Like, every Saturday he will just put his phone on a box and not get on his phone just to like respect the Sabbath.
Oh yeah, honor the Sabbath.
Honor the Sabbath. And then like one of the comments says like every Saturday before he got killed, he was always tweeting about something.
Yeah.
Like don't start telling lies, because he was always like onto something.
Well, I don't know if they're lies, because do you know Dave Smith?
No.
So these are all I'm trying to build a team in my mind. In my mind, it's like a baseball, the starting 9 team for me. Who's going to be my leadoff hitter? Who's going to be my cleanup hitter? And one of the guys that are definitely on my team, or my imaginary team, is Dave Smith. So anything that Dave Smith says, I generally, holy shit.
Whoa. They don't want you to talk about him. Oh, shit.
I haven't had enough alcohol yet.
Here, I got you.
Anyway, my point is that Charlie, 100%, like throughout most of his life, he was 100% super supportive of Israel.
Yes.
Like at an emotional level.
Yes.
Like he went to Israel and had religious experiences. I believe that.
Yes, I believe that as well. But I believe he was an American above anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like he had no notion, like there was no question in his mind that America is his home and America is where he will die. Mm-hmm. But he did feel like Israel was being like unfairly like criticized or whatever for a long part of his time. Now his best friend is Candace Owens.
Yeah.
And then when she split away, he was put between a rock and a hard place, because he's in charge of Turning Point, of TPUSA, one of the most powerful like coalition of young, like organization of young voters. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which helped a lot in getting Trump the popular vote. Like, who would have thought Trump gets a Republican
getting the
popular vote? And on top of that, it's Trump. Like, that's wild. but his organization was able to deliver that to him. Now, anyway, back to so his best friend Candace Owens did a hard 180. She was also pro-Israel, and then they started kind of coming at her like, "Hey, you said Christ is king. What did you mean by that?"
You mind telling us more about that?
That sounds anti-Semitic. It sounds anti-Semitic. I think you shouldn't say that. And she was like, "Duh."
Yeah.
Yeah. What, you're trying to tell me I can't say Christ is king, dog? Like what?
Yeah.
What are you trying to? Oh, they always talk to you
Semantics,
like, it's just. It just makes people feel whatever. And like, I can help you. I can fix your PR situation here. Let me help you. So she had all these Zionists like trying to save her reputation or whatever, but she wouldn't budge. And when she wouldn't budge, she got fired from the Daily Wire. Do you know the Daily Wire? And in a very like sus way, like. And anyway, so Candace did a whole 180, and Charlie was put in between a rock and a hard place. Being that, okay, his best friend is now like super anti-Israel, like super duper anti-Israel, but they're still friends. They still text all the time, right? But he genuinely still feels in his heart that Israel, like he needs to defend Israel, at least the ideas behind Israel, and but his organization Turning Point. It's not like a company where you sell a product.
No, you're getting sponsored.
Yeah. It's not like where you sell a product and then you get profit. Like that whole company, that whole organization is based on donors. 100%. Like you have to donate money for that organization to run, to be able to pay all the people that help run that organization. And it's
most
a huge organization.
Were from Israel.
Yeah, most of them are Zionists. Most of the people that were donating money are Zionists. And once he started to the main thing that happened that kind of showed a crack in the armor there was when he started questioning why Israel took such a long time to respond to the attacks on October 7th. You know about that? Why it took Israel, such a small country, the size of New Jersey, why it took them 8 hours or however long to respond to the terrorist attack that happened in that music festival. 8 hours. Like that thing, there is a person with a gun at every corner all around Israel. And for some reason, it took him that long.
Yeah, he was saying like, you can go around Israel in like a whole, like in a day.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. Like, yeah, I remember I've seen that video. He was just questioning, like, why that makes no sense. And that's how the whole thing started. And I think that's when their donors were like, hey, you need to, like, dial it down or we're going to start pulling all this money out of Turning Point.
Israel many times. The whole country's a fortress. When I first heard this story, I still had the same gut instinct that I did initially. I find this very hard to believe. I've been to that Gaza border. You cannot go 10 feet without running into a 19-year-old with an AR-15 or an automatic machine gun that is an IDF soldier, right? The whole country is surveilled. And so let me just kind of go through this. We don't talk about Israeli politics very often, and most Americans don't know this. The last 9 months, Israel was on the brink of civil war. It's not an exaggeration. This judicial stuff, there were hundreds of thousands of Israelis taking to the streets because Bibi Netanyahu was basically redefining the Israeli constitution. That's not an exaggeration, right? There were protests planned this week against Netanyahu, where they anticipated tens of thousands of people to take to the streets. I'm not willing to go so far that saying that Netanyahu knew or there was intelligence here, but I think some questions need to be asked. Was there a stand down order? Was there a stand down order? 6 hours? I don't believe it. Israel's the size of New Jersey. When I took a helicopter ride from Jerusalem to the Gaza border, it's 45 minutes. Wow. 6 hours. They're live streaming the killing of Jews. Did somebody in the government say stand down? That is a legitimate, non-conspiracy question. The whole country is the IDF. The whole country is.
Yeah.
And you're trying to tell me that they're going to concerts and kibbutzes and schools And by reports, 6 hours. Let's say it's 3 hours. I'm actually very pro-Israel. So let me be very, so I'm not exactly.
Well, I think we all are.
No, I just want to make sure my position is clear here. But so Patrick, there are other explanations. It's possible that the Netanyahu government was double-crossed by bad agents. Another aspect is that Netanyahu might have traitors in his government. Is that maybe there's some people within those intel agencies.
Gotta be super charitable for Israel.
Yeah.
Or maybe, Patrick, maybe they might have gotten a tip. They might have gotten whispers, but no one thought it would be 1,200 Jews dead. That's a potential, right? But the fact is now Bibi and the Israeli hard-right government has a mandate. I got to be careful the way I say this. They're going to try to ethnically cleanse Gaza.
He said it.
They're talking about basically
in a
removing
few weeks.
2.5 million people.
Killed dead.
Okay?
Let's double tap that real quick.
Bibi and the Israeli hard-right government has a mandate. I got to be careful the way I say this. They're going to try to ethnically cleanse Gaza.
He just said
They're talking about basically removing 2.5 million
That was
people.
what got him
Okay?
killed, I think.
And honestly, they have a mandate to go seek justice and revenge. They do. This idea that they need to have a truce or a peace treaty, that's morally crap after you see women and children be burned alive and dragged to the streets. But there are some serious questions here, Patrick. And let me tell you, my pattern recognition over the last 5 years has become pretty sharp. COVID, Maui fires, Epstein. When I see a story and it doesn't click, our guts are usually right. Been Israel many times, the whole country.
crazy. Yeah. So ever since he said that, he started getting huge pressure from his donors. His donors were saying, "Dude, you need to
stop.
You need to cut that shit out. You're just fanning the flames, fanning the flames of anti-Semitism, and you need to stop right now."
And then he makes another video where he's like, after I did that, a lot of my donors were trying to tell me, and he was like, I'm not going to let myself get bullied. If they don't want to, it was like a phone call that was recorded or something with his friends or whatever. And he was basically saying like, this is something, and I'm not just going to like stay silent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think.
I mean, the main thing that really started bothering him was because Tucker Carlson is like the most prolific right-winger of like the biggest right-winger of all America, right?
Yeah.
And his donors are trying to tell him, you cannot have Tucker Carlson at our event. You can't allow him to speak at our event. You need to tell him,
no,
sorry, buddy, but we're booked up. And he said that Tucker is coming to the event and he's going to headline the event. And that same day, Tucker said this story is that right before he went on stage, Tucker said, "Hey, man, I know you're under a lot of pressure from your donors and all, and they really don't like it when I talk shit about Israel and all that. So I'll try to. I'm actually not going to talk about it at all. I'll talk about something else." Charlie said, "Fuck that.
Do your
Go
thing.
all in. Go all in." And dude, Tucker went all in, dog. He went all in. Not only that, after that event, he had actually, it was the same event where he moderated a debate between, do you know who Josh Hammer is?
No.
Josh Hammer is this other super Zionist who's kind of like I kind of view him as an Israeli spy at this point, but Josh Hammer, he does a lot of debates for Israel. He doesn't do a lot of, he's like a editor at like Newsweek or something at some big media company.
Yeah.
And previously at Princeton, he did a debate with Dave Smith, who's my guy. And Dave Smith he f***ed him up in that debate.
He just went all in.
Oh, he f***ed him up, dude. And so the theory, or like how I'm thinking about it, is that Charlie chose Josh Hammer, someone that Dave Smith had already eviscerated, to be his debate counterpart in this like huge TPUSA event, so that Dave can eviscerate him again. And it just like, oh, wow. So he basically gave Dave Smith like a layup. Here you go, dog. Like, dunk that shit in. Yeah. That's how I think the situation happened, because Charlie obviously couldn't go like full, like, hey, Israel's doing some up shit, like, well, whatever. But he
But
can at least present the ideas to his audience. And that's what he started doing. And once he started doing that, it was a huge no-go for all these Zionists.
Yeah, I know. It's... We were talking about conspiracy theories. You think so? What do you think? How do you feel about the whole assassination? Like, you buy in what the government is saying, that how it happened?
Oh, no, 100%. No, I mean, I don't buy anything the government says anymore. The government doesn't represent me anymore, at least. I, as an American, I do not feel like I am represented at all by this government. Yeah, at all.
You think is there any politicians that you think you will be like, if he goes, I'll that he has my support, or she has my support?
Dave Smith, Tucker Carlson, and Candace Owens. And
you think Candace Owens can run for presidency?
I don't know. Anything can happen, man.
I mean, yeah, Trump got in, but
JD Vance, I don't know about JD Vance.
Dude,
I mean, JD Vance seems...
He's a puppet.
Yeah, I mean, we could all agree that he because he also has a few like he's changed his name a few times, which is weird. He wrote a book called The Hillbilly Elegy, and a movie was made about his book, about him like growing up in the Appalachian Mountains or whatever.
Wait, is he from Tennessee?
I think he's from around that area.
No, I didn't know.
I think he's actually from No, he's not from Ohio. He lives in Ohio, and he was like a senator from Ohio, but he grew up, I want to say Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Still that Appalachian area.
Yeah. And so he made that book, but a lot of the people from Appalachia, they don't necessarily resonate with it. Like that same guy that I'm telling you about, the folky guy that he kind of like sings about the truth and stuff, he actually calls out J.D. Vance in one of his songs. Like, this guy who's kind of trying to...
I think he's definitely being groomed to be like the next president.
Yeah, and that's the worry with him, right? And Tucker's super supportive of him, and he is a great like orator. He's a great communicator. He knows how to maneuver all these like political, and he's very effective. And anytime, because he recently just went to a TPUSA event. And you know that if you go to a TPUSA event, there's going to be at least one student that asks about Israel. And there was a few that asked about Israel. Not only that, asked about like Judaism versus Christianity. Like, why the f are we like supporting
he was
Jews?
backing them up.
No, he didn't. He kind of like, he did some jujitsu. Like, we should probably look at it. But he did some good shit. I liked his response given his position, because he's the vice president of an administration that's supposedly super Zionist. And I see that as kind of like their leverage of like, oh, hey, we have to keep the Zionists. We have to keep them within the tent, or else we might lose the elections. We need their money. We need their support. So we can't necessarily talk a whole lot of shit. But J.D. Vance, not only... Okay, so he's not talking shit. He's not full out like just talking shit about Israel, right? But he is displaying his frustrations with Israel, which I see as a step in the right direction. Yes, when he went to Israel, you know how when politicians go to Israel, they go to the Wailing Wall and they do their humiliation ritual and they kiss the wall. Yeah, it's every time. But this last time that he went to Israel, he did not go to the wall. On the contrary, he went to the specter where Jesus was crucified, like that area. He did more Christian type visits as opposed to anything that has to do with...
Do you buy that? Or you think it's just a PR movement because they're realizing...
At the very least, that to me told me that he's taking us seriously. He's taking this idea seriously, this coalition of people that are not down with Israel. He's at least recognizing it, but
is he recognizing it because his own beliefs, or he's recognizing it because
all these politicians, they recognize it based on how it's going to affect their election chances?
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I still don't like.
But I don't like JD Vance simply because he's like super supported by Palantir from Peter Thiel. Like Peter Thiel, back to Peter Thiel with the South Park episode. He's this kingmaker. He's this venture capitalist that kind of saved Facebook when it was in a bad moment, but he invests in all these like unicorn companies, and now he's like super powerful, super rich, and he's actually the one who invested a lot of money into Trump to get his 2016 election.
Mm-hmm.
And he's from the tech industry, so he's a huge early adopter in the sense that industry was not down with Trump at all. Facebook actually fired a guy because he was saying pro-Trump shit on Twitter or whatever.
I remember. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, Palmer Luckey. Shout out Palmer Luckey. But yeah, Peter Thiel also did the same thing with JD Vance. He kind of saw JD Vance, saw his potential, and started investing heavy into his Senate campaign. And eventually he won the Senate campaign. And then here's the reason why I am not 100% like negative on JD Vance. And the reason is because Trump, when he almost got assassinated, he was between like Tim Scott and these other candidates to be his VP, because at the time he didn't announce his VP yet, and the people that were in the running, they were all like run of the mill politicians, like career politicians, like politicians that he doesn't necessarily like, but in order to
like
ensure the win, you have to team up with these people. And JD Vance, there was some talk about him, but he was not a front runner by any means. By like no one had him on the radar. He's also like one of the younger guys, right? JD is relatively young, given all the old ass senators that are in there. But when there was that assassination attempt on Trump, the next day he announced his VP, and because there was a huge momentum support for Trump after he almost got assassinated, especially given his reaction when he stood up and said, fuck. Like that, dude, inject that shit in my veins, dog. I don't care who the fuck it was. Like, when he did that shit, holy shit.
Another conspiracy theory. You think that was done on purpose, or you think it actually happened?
I mean, after seeing what happened to Charlie Kirk, I would not take the chance of trusting anybody that is going to shoot me in the ear, and I would have to know exactly at the moment when to turn my head to make sure I don't get killed.
I don't know.
Like you're saying, you're thinking that it was on purpose?
I think it was on purpose.
Yeah.
I think it was just someone with like a blank or not real thing, and then because like I don't know. I just think that it was a debate of like who's gonna win. At that point, it's like, oh, Trump, but like all this shady stuff.
I still don't think Kamala would have had a
no. But by then, Kamala was not.
Yeah,
it
but
was
even
Biden.
then, Biden. You think Biden was gonna fight?
No, but my thing is,
that dude was a corpse at that point.
It still is. Yeah. Even before that, he was. I don't even know how he won. But anyways,
they cheated. I'm just kidding.
Conspiracy theory. It was just perfect. Gets shot. And then the American flag gets lowered and put in a position that is just perfect for the photographer.
Perfect, yeah.
And I agree with you. Inject that shit on my veins because that screams America.
Yeah.
And that's what won. I think that was the moment Trump won.
I mean, that's when he got all my support. That's when I was like full on.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck everybody.
And I think that was the moment where the other party realized like, shit. Biden is not gonna do something like that. We need to like get a minority that maybe we can like resonate with people, but it was too late at that.
But also within the Republican Party, because there's obviously different powers trying to struggle to get his to get with Trump, right? And that's why all these other VPs at the candidates at the time. That's why he selected his VP like the day after. He selected JD Vance. JD Vance being the youngest out of all the candidates that they had, and him being the most like America first type politician at the time among the people that were up for selection. And to me, because everybody was surprised when they select him, it was a surprise selection.
You don't think it's weird that all of a sudden the guy that nobody was thinking about or like was the least popular, all of a sudden he was the one? Like after that, I don't know. I think
I explained that with being that he was not the donor's choice, but he was the MAGA choice, that coalition, the people who believe that we shouldn't be going to wars, to foreign wars, that we should be focusing on America. He is the main out of the group of guys. He was the only guy that was kind of in in that coalition. Even though before he was a anti-Trump guy and never Trump guy, I still believe there's a lot of questions that he needs to answer and a lot more that he needs to prove before he has any shot of becoming the 48th president. Yeah. Before he gets, my support or really,
I respect.
I don't believe he has earned that vote yet at all. But he is going in the right direction, and I at least appreciate that.
I hope we get someone better. I just don't see anybody that I can be like, you know what, he's gonna. Because that's the thing. I think J.D. Vance is just same shit with a different font. I don't think anything's gonna change.
My ideal candidate for 40th president of the United States is Thomas Massey, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Dave Smith, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens.
That Candace Owens is a very controversial pick for sure.
Oh yeah, but she don't give up.
I love her for that.
She don't give up.
But she has, I don't know, she's kind of out there as well.
Oh, she's super out. Dude, does Brigitte Macron have a cocker now?
The what?
Brigitte Macron, you know who that is?
Who the f that is?
She's the first lady of France.
Oh, the old lady that was like grooming the Macron.
Yeah,
because she was like his teacher.
Yeah. He was like 13, 14 years old.
Yeah. What do you think she has a dick?
Yeah, I think she's a dude.
You think so?
Yeah.
I've never seen pictures of her. I don't know.
Oh, dude, Brigitte.
What?
Yeah, Brigitte.
There's no way. Maybe she's just really ugly. Is there like pictures where you can see her dick print or something? I think she's just very old. Cause like she's considered, she looks like decrepit. Like she looks very old.
Decrepit.
Cause like she is old. But I don't think she's a dude.
Yeah, but so the reason Candace thinks that she did a whole series.
Oh, really?
Like she dedicated a whole like documentary. Like there's hours of content over like specific details over why she believes she's a dude. But basically, what happened was that in France, once Macron got elected, the media in France they started to make this kind of a pro-feminist type like thing for Brigitte Macron, like, oh, the new first lady of France, like she's so elegant, she's so like nice, look at all the good things that she's done in the world, like all this stuff. Now the journalists that were a part of that project, one of them, I think his name is like Michel Trogneau or something. He's also like on the left and he's like a feminist, but he started trying to ask Brigitte, hey, could you give us some pictures of like the past of you growing up so we can kind of work up and try to build you a story about you? Mm-hmm. She has no pictures of her.
I mean, she's also that old. Maybe pictures were not a thing back then.
No, they were definitely a thing. They were 100%. They were a thing. There's actually a picture of her family back when she should have been like 10 or 8 years old or whatever. There's a picture of her family, of her parents.
But nothing.
But no, she's not there, but there is a boy.
Oh, that's how this started.
There is a boy there. And it's, supposedly that's her brother, and supposedly
he just disappeared.
So
what if she's a dude? Like what?
That, because that tells that kind of plays into the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing that we're kind of being ruled by pedophiles.
Wait, that she is a dude?
Yeah.
Why is that has anything to do with pedophiles? That just means she's just.
Well, because I mean, regardless she's a dude or a girl, the fact that they were trying to get at a 13, 14-year-old at the time, like that's already like pedophile type shit.
100%, I agree.
And so it's one thing if a girl does it, but to me it's an entirely different thing if a dude is over here trying to get with a 13, 14-year-old kid.
Well, I think it's equally wrong. Like,
no, I don't. If I had like some hot chick teacher trying to seduce me as a 14-year-old, I'd be okay with
it. You don't see a problem with that, though?
I mean, yeah, it's a problem.
I think
it's a bigger problem if it's a dude, though.
I think it's equally as bad, and I think society has just normalized guys being groomed as a good thing, which I think is just as bad.
No,
Because
I mean, it is bad. I'm not going to say that it's good, but I prefer a girl trying to seduce me than a guy trying to me.
I think it's just as bad, dude, though. Because, it's still a grown-ass person.
Yeah, it's still a grown-ass person, but as a kid, like, especially at that age, I want to see titties, and someone wants to show me titties, I'm down.
Yeah, but, like, at the same time, I mean, that's that you can follow the rabbit hole or, like, the same ideology as, like, boys shouldn't cry or, like, all these type of things that I think...
Well, they definitely shouldn't cry in front of certain people.
I think we are, especially growing up in, like, a Hispanic country, I think men, or boys, I think is looked down to be in touch with your emotions. And I think that's a huge problem. Because
be in touch with your emotions?
Yeah, like, dude, if you feel like it's like a huge taboo, like at least in Colombia, or like it was when I grew up, like saying that you're depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're a man and you say you're depressed, like, dude, go grow a pair. What the you just have your period or what? Like,
mm-hmm.
And I think that's wrong, because I think we're humans, you know, we're entitled to our own emotions. So
has like suicide from depression gone up since then or gone down?
I think it's been the same.
It's been the same. I think it's gone up. I think there's more people committing suicide in the last 20 years than there have been in the 20 years prior to the last 20 years.
Probably. I've never looked into the data, but I think the reason why we have men that, or like at least like in Hispanic culture, it's like you're supposed to be a macho. You're supposed to be the man. You're not supposed to cry. You're not supposed to show your emotions. And like we carry that shit on our, like you just keep that shit in. And that's how some people become alcoholics. That's why some people can't cope with their emotions and they hit their partners, or they just do all these type of shitty things.
Yeah. Weak men.
Yeah. And they're just, because they just were never taught to know that it's okay to feel bad. You know, like it's okay to ask for help.
Well, they never had guidance. There's not a whole lot of...
Well, the guidance was like, if you cry, you're a bitch.
The guidance usually came from a father figure, someone you respect, right? Like a respectable person, a respectable male figure. But there was, I think families have been broken apart. More families have been broken apart in the past, like 30 years than there has been prior to that. Like, I think it's more acceptable for divorce to happen. It's more acceptable for a dude to leave the girl. And even if you have kids with her, you're like, oh, it's not my problem.
Yeah, which is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But like going back to, I think at the end of the day, like grooming is still grooming regardless of...
the original point.
And like rape still rape. And like I feel bad for, like, I've heard guys...
If you could get my dick hard, it's not rape. I'm just kidding.
I just think it's sad because, like, I have friends that they're like, oh yeah, when I was 12, this like 30-year-old woman, she like gave me a blowjob, or like she was like, I lost my virginity to her, and like that's cool, and like I felt like a man. But then like you kind of look into them, and like they have all these like mommy issues or things that you can tell that in their head, like, oh, that's normal. But like deep down it wasn't, and like it actually traumatized them in a way. But they can talk about that because it's like, oh dude, you're crying because a hot woman wanted to you. I think we're not being fair. You know, I think it's concerning when a man does it to a little girl, but it should still raise the same amount of concern. Like if I have a son,
they should still raise concern. I guess our only like difference is whether or not it's the same concern.
Yeah, like if
I think I'd kill a guy if I saw him raping some innocent kid, but I don't think I'd kill a girl if I wouldn't.
Yeah,
kid.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't kill a girl, but I'll make sure she's in jail for that.
Yeah,
you know, because like if my son, 12-year-old, is like, yeah, like this 30-year-old woman, you know, I just had sex with her. You know, she just picked me up in the grocery store, and like I'll be like, what the Like in my head, I just can't imagine. Like again, like what we were talking about Drake and like the Stranger Things thing. I just like I'm 29 right now. I just can't see myself talking to like
a 14-year-old.
A 14-year-old. Like, and sex shouldn't, like, gender shouldn't matter in that. Like, you're still like a 30-something or a grown-ass woman. Just being attracted to like a little kid already, to me, like, you have some serious problems.
Yeah, you're not getting any at the house, man.
Or whatever. And it's like, if you're just
broken husband.
Yeah, and we're just letting, like, just brushing it off. But it's like, dude, like, we need to like take care of ourselves as men, you know? Like, just because we think it might be okay still doesn't mean it's okay.
Yeah, but what does that mean, taking care of ourselves as men? Like being in touch emotionally? Like, I don't
just
think that's
the
answer.
Just knowing that, not letting someone take advantage of us. Like we have.
No. I mean, you definitely shouldn't. If you're a man, you shouldn't be being taken advantage of by anybody.
Yeah, exactly. But like we're normalizing just because it's a woman, but it's still taking advantage of you, you know? Because as a kid at 13, 14 years
Again, I think we agree that it's bad on both ends, but it's just that it's just that the difference is whether if we agree if it's equal. I don't think it's equal, but yeah, either way, it's bad.
I think I see it more.
Pedophilia is bad.
Yes,
folks.
let's make that clear. I think to me it's more like I see them not as a little boy or a little kid, or a little boy or a little girl. I see them as a kid. A kid, period, should not, and we agree on this. Nobody should be influencing a kid, either boy or a girl, to do anything sexual. Yeah. Especially if they're like 20 years older. And I think it's just as bad if one gender or the other does it. But yeah, like moving on, the whole Epstein thing was just crazy.
that goes back into so the reason I think it's a huge deal whether or not she's actually a dude or a chick is that if it is real that she's a dude, that means a dude groomed Macron, and not only did it groom Macron, somehow they developed into this political power and became president of France.
That's crazy.
With a transsexual, like 20 years your senior being your wife.
Yeah.
Like that's wild to me.
I think, I mean, if she's a dude or not, like, I don't really care. I mean, I'm more like, yeah, whoever this person was groomed this kid, and like we're okay with that because it's a boy. Like, I think if it was a girl, we would be.
I care if they're lying to us.
That's true. But I think if it was a girl and he was a man, everybody would be like, oh, dude. Like, they would be raising more questions. But because it's a boy, it's more normalized. It's like, oh, he actually got by a hot teacher. That's like everybody's fantasy. So it's like normalized. But if it was the other way around, we will all be very concerned and be like, oh, what the
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't be president if it was the case, if that was the case.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I think I don't know. The whole conspiracy theory about the Epstein thing. It's not a conspiracy, it's a fact. And it's just them holding the information after they promised, like, oh, we're gonna release them. Like, I think that's one of the reasons why Trump started to lose.
No, he lost all his support after he said, "Oh, it's a Democrat host." No, dude, what the dude?
Yeah,
him and Kash Patel, like, going on Rogan. Going on Rogan. The most conspiracy, like, this is the place to fucking spill the beans. Is like, you need to do you not believe that I would tell you the truth? I would tell you the truth. You, dude, you haven't earned that shit. I barely. No,
you're talking about the FBI guy, right?
Yeah, Kash Patel, piece of shit,
dude.
Yeah, no, I used to be. I was so excited for him getting in there, man.
Were you?
Woo, yeah. Because he was talking about the Epstein files.
Oh yeah, he was like, "I'm gonna release them if you guys select me or whatever." As soon as I take power.
He's seen them. He's seen the JFK files.
Dude, he's a dumbass.
All the shit. Yeah, no,
he's a dumbass.
He was saying he was all in, man, and then he's in there. He's like, "There's nothing to see here, folks."
Yeah, he's like, "Oh no, don't worry about it." And like, what do you think about?
Another thing that happened with the Charlie Kirk stuff, like, they're not being truthful with that shit. That dude needs to resign, 100%.
Yeah,
I have no faith in that guy.
Another conspiracy theory? The whole thing about Valhalla.
No, but I saw the memes of him being like a Viking.
Yeah, but like the whole conspiracy is because there's like a FBI complex in like Australia or New Zealand. And like if you go,
why is there an FBI complex outside of the FBI should be an internal like police force? Why that's
like
CIA shit. Why are they over there?
There's like this complex. I think it's like in Australia or whatever. And there's like if you go on Google Maps and then you just like follow the road or whatever, there is like there is a encampment or something, or like a retreat, and the name is Valhalla.
No.
So they were saying like
Valhalla or Valhalla?
Valhalla, like whatever he said. Like the people are saying like, oh, it was that code word. Like, oh, I'm gonna see in Valhalla as, oh, is Charlie still alive and he's over there?
Yeah.
Or like, because like he's a random thing to say. Like,
well, I mean, do you know what that means?
Yeah, like you're a warrior, like you're transcending to this like heaven type of thing. But like, that's a weird thing to say.
Yeah,
like,
it is a weird thing to say.
Like,
I mean, I he's just fucking.
I think, dude, his face is just so punchable.
Yeah.
He just looks like a lost puppy that just doesn't know what. Like, he just got there.
I mean, his portrait makes it like the face that he does on his portrait. It makes me think like he's seen shit, and that's why he looks like that. Like,
I'm sure he has.
Like, I have seen some shit.
I'm sure he has.
Like, what's the worst thing you have ever seen in your life that has affected you?
That I have seen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good question. That like traumatized me in a way or something?
Just by looking at it. Not even being there, but just by looking at a video or something, a picture.
Oh, I mean, I grew up big on like, what is the name of it? Like, the factory videos of people getting murdered at factories. Like, that was a whole channel.
Yeah.
Like Red Tube or something like that. I don't remember.
I think that's porn, but.
cut, just kidding.
No, I think it's like Live Leaks.
Live Leaks, that's the one. Okay, yeah. Red Tube, Live Leaks, same shit. I exposed myself. Oh, shit. Sorry, whoever is watching this. Live Leaks. I grew up on Live Leaks, dude. I love Live Leaks. Some people judge me for it, but I think working at a factory, I see it as I work at a factory. Watching Live Leaks just prepares me for things that I didn't think they were possible.
Yeah, or it makes you care about safety and like,
exactly. Like, dude, I've seen people just getting like become mush because they were like in a CNC machine and they cut their glove or whatever, and they're just like, whoop, they're just slime in 5 seconds. So like, I saw it more as like, okay, I need to be careful the next time I go to a machine like that. And also, I don't know, some things like that just, or like in Reddit is pretty bad because it's not like censorship. Like, it's just like the little wall that you can deactivate. And like just seeing people in like street fights. And I think the thing that most like had an impact that I can remember right now is just these guys, they were fighting like a train station with a knife. One had a knife, the other one was just trying to just, fight without a knife, which is dumb. And the guy, they just start going at it, and the guy with the knife just stabbed him in the neck. He just like, quick, and he walks away, and then you can see his face and like realize like there's just blood shooting,
like
shooting.
Charlie,
yeah, something like that is shooting, and like he still has enough consciousness to like grab his neck and just like look at the camera. Like, you can see like his desperation and like realization, like that's it, he's dead. He can't do anything about it, but he can obviously still move and whatever. And then he's just like it's like 5 seconds, but you can see on his face, like he realizes that he's dead, but he's a dead man walking. And obviously he collapses and dies. But I think that like hit me because it's like, wow, our lives are just so fragile. Like, anything can happen in 5 seconds, and you as a person, you can just stop existing.
Yeah.
So that probably was just like a reminder of how like valuable life is, I guess. How about you?
It was seeing all those videos from Gaza.
Oh, dude, yeah, those are sad.
Seeing all the kids, like I saw them pull out this little baby leg out of the rubble, just like a baby leg, just flopping around.
Yeah.
And then I saw like this one baby with like his head caved in, and these kids with like, they picked up like their mom's hand or something, and like like that shit really. I was
like, how can you see things like that and you still want to keep going? You know, like this whole conflict between Israel and like Palestine, like it needs to end. But it's just greed. At this point, it's just greed.
Oh no, it's not greed. I don't think it's greed. I think it's religious.
But like, it's still a form of greed just to take over. They want more because they're not happy with what they have.
Well, not happy with what they have. They feel like God promised them this land.
Okay, do you believe that, or you think they use religion as an excuse?
Well, I don't believe that. I'm Catholic.
No. I'm saying from the point of view, like you looking at them, you think they actually believe they're doing this whole thing because religion, or you think they're using religion as an excuse?
Well, politicians are definitely using religion as a type of leverage, but there are people inside Israel that believe that.
Yeah.
That truly believe that there is.
I think it's a 50-50. Some people are like drinking the Kool-Aid, and others are pretending. You're like, oh yeah, it's because the religion.
But I guess what worries me is that those that do believe it on a religious level. They're willing to do anything, man. There's no limit.
How the fuck do you believe in and this is my whole problem with like religious people. I'm not a religious person at all.
Yeah.
And why is so that most religious people do the exact opposite of like whatever their rules say? Like I'm pretty sure the Bible says you need to be like, or like you need to accept anybody, you know, just like try to be friendly, you know, be on your best behavior. But like some of the worst massacres in world history, like the Crusades, that was Christians or Catholics just killing people because of like, oh, we need to.
I actually don't know much about the Crusades.
I know a little bit. I just know there's like a lot of people died just because the Pope was like, Muslims suck. We're gonna f them up.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they were just like, oh, you don't believe in Christ? Oh, you're getting murdered.
Yeah.
And it was just the whole thing. It was like a lot of crusades, just killing people just for the sake of killing people.
Because they won't accept Jesus Christ as their savior?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's a problem. And I don't know. I don't know why that happened, because I thought that our whole thing is that we're trying to sell free will, like the idea of free will. And if free will is real, then if you want to accept Jesus Christ in your heart, then that's your decision.
Yeah, and
you can't be forced to do that.
Yeah.
You can't be forced.
Then you have all these Jehovah's Witnesses or like all these other religions that are like literally knocking on people's door and like trying to force their religion down.
Yeah, and I don't think Jehovah's Witnesses. Well, I don't know. I don't know their theology or whatever. I just know that there's. Well, I was talking with Daniel Lopez. Shout out Daniel Lopez.
Shout out.
But there's so many denominations of Christianity that it's hard.
It's ridiculous. It's kind of silly.
Yeah, I'm glad that I was brought up Catholic. Honestly, other than the whole priest thing and the pedophile, I'm still not over that. I still need a better explanation as to how that was allowed to happen and how is it possible that happened within the Catholic Church? Because I had good relationships with priests growing up, and I looked up to them, and I still look up to them because they never did anything wrong with me, and they seem like respectable people. But that whole scandal really, really, really just tainted the whole Catholic Church.
Here's this thing: I don't think is necessarily because you're a priest, or that's the thing. Is just I think we are very complex, and I don't think most of the time you can just say you're bad or good based on if you're religious or not. I think there's a lot of good people that are religious.
Yeah. No, I'm just talking about the Catholic the organization as is. Like, you can't be proud of being Catholic knowing that you have priests that were pedophiles. That's something we have to address.
And they're not doing anything about it either.
I mean, they did something about it now, but they definitely weren't doing it. They were actually enabling it back then, which is even worse, which really, especially being that Pope John Paul II was the Pope at the time. And he's supposed to be like this super revered Pope. Like, he's a saint now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that dude's a saint. And he knew about this shit? Like,
enabling.
how, like that there are some real questions that need to be answered.
And then we'll never get an answer.
No, I hope I do get an answer. Like I'm planning on having my priest come on this podcast at some point, if he agrees to it. But I at least hope to have some kind of like Catholic expert or someone who actually looked into all this stuff to actually I have a discussion about it. Maybe they don't have all the answers, but at the very least, they can hear my frustrations with the whole situation.
Yeah. I don't know. I already lost hope in like church and things like that. I just, you know, the moment I realized that again, I realized that not all churches are the same. There's some good churches. There's some bad. There's churches that help people. There are others that, just take advantage. But most of them take advantage. They just want donations and they have the big ass churches, especially in America. It's crazy. Biggest churches in the poorest neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're not trying, and or like you have the priest driving their Cadillacs or like big mansions, and they're just trying to tell people like, you should donate.
Yeah.
And, like, why you're not helping the community? Like, why don't you just like cut this building in half, use the rest to like build some houses for people, or like use your donations? Like, churches don't pay taxes. How the is that a thing?
Yeah.
Like, tax free. You can literally start your church tomorrow.
Yeah, I think they're doing a huge disservice. Like, I would think that, oh yeah, the Catholics have figured out, but they also invest a lot of money into the whole pageantry of it, like the golden chalice. There's a whole lot of gold involved in a lot of things, and maybe there's a reason for it, but I
besides greed.
Yeah, I don't like the whole association with a whole lot of wealth.
Yeah,
with that, and there are churches that don't partake in all that, but
there's difference. Well, now that we're in this topic, how do you feel about the rapture? I know you talked about it with Carlos a little bit, but I wanted to go back.
Yeah.
I wanna know what are your feelings about the rapture. Obviously it never happened.
I haven't read Revelations in the Bible. Actually, I mean, I'm not gonna paint myself as some religious expert. I'm just saying that I'm open to it now. As a kid, I was super into it, but then I got out of it. And now I'm open to it. And now I'm just trying to figure out how I can genuinely get back into it and truly feel a connection with God, to truly like give myself to Jesus,
how do you feel
powers that be.
How do you feel the people that were like, rapture is happening?
Yeah, well, I mean, they do have a lot of world events that are happening right now that make it seem like it is. For example, the whole Jewish thing that's happening in Israel.
Oh yeah.
That's a huge thing that's contributing to it, and that's part of the reason why the USA is super pro-Israel, is because of all these Christian Zionists.
Yeah. Fun fact. I didn't know anything about the rapture. The only reason I knew about the rapture is because where I work right now, I have two workers that were die-hard rapture.
For real?
I'm talking like die-hard, dude. Like, one day they just came and I was at my desk just, watching vlogs and whatever. And they're like, hey, do you believe in Jesus? And I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, I believe there's a greater power and whatnot. And they were like, okay, I just want to, like, they were dead ass serious. Like, I just want to save you, man. I'm like, the fuck? Like, yeah, there's this thing called the rapture happening in like 5 months from now. And
that's nice of them.
I just
want to, man, you should go to hell. Dog.
I don't want you to go to hell. So like but here's the thing. That's how they come out to you. They're like trying to be nice to help you, but the moment you question anything, they're like press you so hard about it. That's my problem. It's like, why is it okay for you to have an opinion, but the moment I have my opinion, and not insulting you, of course,
just questions,
then I'm like, oh no, you're like, so they're like, and it makes me sad a little bit because these two guys were like, the rapture is happening in 6 months. You have to get ready. Every month. It's happening. Month or 2 months before it was going to happen, burned all of their vacation, sick time, everything. they just like, okay, I got like 60 hours of vacation, 60 hours sick time, whatever, booked it all out. We're going to use it all. I don't care about my work performance anymore. I don't care about anything because the world is ending in 2 months. And I was like, dude, are you for real? And I would ask why. It's like, they couldn't never tell me why, but they would just be like, it's all the things happening. And I was like, what is happening? It's like, everything. You don't see it? And I was like, no, but okay. They burnt everything. And they were like, the last day, they were like, it was nice knowing you. It was good working with you. We'll never see each other again. I hope you like survive.
Did you see them again?
Yeah, I did. Rapture day comes, nothing happens. They're out on vacation because they were like, oh yeah, I'm going back to my hometown, and like, this is it. And rapture happens, and they're like, yeah, I'm quitting. This is not it. But they don't actually quit because they don't think they need to.
Yeah.
Next week comes back when their vacation runs out, and they come back, and you could just see it in their face. They were just like emotionally destroyed. How sad your life has to be because you're sad because the world didn't end. Like, why would you be happy to die?
Because the rapture, in a sense, kind of converted a bunch of people to Christianity just based on, like, hey, the world is going to end. You're either going to go to heaven or hell, but if you accept Jesus Christ, you'll go to heaven. And if you can convince someone to believe in that, okay, they'll accept Jesus Christ and they'll think the world is going to end. But I just think that's kind of a shallow way to get into it.
But like the rapture thing wasn't even like a main religion thing. It was just a dude that came after years. It's like, oh yeah, rapture. I forget the name of the guy.
John the Baptist?
No. This guy was like early, like 1900s or 1800s. I don't know.
But are you talking about Schofield?
Maybe. I don't remember his name.
Darby? One of those?
I don't know. I don't remember the name. But like, if you're going to follow the religion, follow the base of it. Why are you following this random guy that is saying, oh, the world is ending and, and that's the thing. Every 3 years, there's a rapture. There's always like this whole thing is like, yeah, the world is ending this time around. And I can guarantee you in 3 years from now, the same people, we're going to be like, no, actually, I made the calculations wrong. Rapture is happening this year because this and that. And it's like, dude, eventually they'll be right. Eventually the world will end when they predicted, but after they predicted it wrong 20,000 times, they'll be lucky. And they'll be like, we were right all along. Like, no, you just got lucky.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, I'm not super studious in the rapture. I just know that it exists. It doesn't come up a whole lot in like Catholic Church or anything like that.
Yeah, because it's like a new branch thing of people. Yeah. And again, these people are like deluded to the point they were like, I don't drink Monster. And I'm like, oh, is it like, I don't drink it either. It makes my tummy feel sick. And it's like, no, I don't drink it because it's for the devil. I'm like, oh, why is that? And it's like, well, if you see the claws on the Monster, that actually is on Hebrew numbers and it's actually 666. And then you can look at it and it's like, oh, okay. And then if you look at the Monster can, the O kind of has like a cross. So he was like, yeah, if you drink it, then it becomes like a backwards cross. So every time you drink a Monster, you're like letting the devil inside you. And like, oh, okay.
I don't know. I think there's just religious zealots all over the place, but I'm more so trying to focus on people that, I mean, people like you that aren't super religious, and I'm not to say that I'm super religious, but I like everything happening in the world right now, especially with the advent of AI. It makes me uneasy about what's going on and everything. Also, the mushrooms.
What about the mushrooms?
The mushrooms made me feel like there's more to this world than just being alive or whatever.
Dude, I'm so scared of trying mushrooms.
Oh, I know. It is a scary thing.
It's just, it sounds like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna say never, but I don't know. It's like, what if you just wake up feeling like this whole reality is not true? Like, kind of like Inception, when the girl just wakes up and she still thinks she's in a dream. but she's actually not in a dream. So she's like, oh, if I jump this building, I'm gonna wake up. But
Mhm.
actually, she just killed herself. Like, what if I do mushrooms and I feel like that?
Oh, well, I don't know. I would describe it more so. Have you ever seen The Matrix?
Yes,
Would you take the red pill or the blue pill?
blue pill all the way.
Blue pill. Yeah, see, I'm more of a red pill type guy.
Why? You're
Because,
living a good life right now.
yeah, I know, but I don't want to live a lie. I want to,
Well, it doesn't need to be a lie.
it doesn't need, the simulation doesn't need to be a lie.
The simulation can be your truth.
Yeah, no, see, that's another thing. Everybody has a different truth or whatever.
Agree.
I think we all need to have the same kind of reality. 2 + 2 = 4. We need to feel that we need to come together and start to figure out what our common ground is, and not just try to display what our truth is as opposed to their truth or whatever the hell. There's another reason why I have a problem with the whole transgender ideology being pushed on kids.
Oh, I agree. I think no ideology should be pushed on anybody. You should be able to make your own decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think whatever decision you do make, as long as you're not hurting anybody or influencing other people,
My kids.
you should be, I mean, do whatever the you want with your body.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to cut your dick off, as long as you're not influencing little kids to do the same and you're not hurting other people that have a dick, who cares? I don't give a do whatever the you want. It's not my life. You do with your own life whatever you want. As long as you're not,
Yeah. No, yeah. The biggest, so going back to religion, the biggest thing that I'm trying to look for is truth. Like, what is true? What is true to me? How can I verify that? And do other people agree with that same truth? Okay. How do you validate? How do you prove the hypothesis or whatever?
What if there's not a truth?
Well, there has to be a truth.
Why?
Because, or else there is chaos. There's chaos, and we'll never come to an agreement.
So you're the one, that type of people that will go crazy if you realize there's no bigger purpose. Like we're humans, not because God did it or like anything. It was just a happy accident that the Big Bang happened and we just happen to exist. Like there's no big purpose. There's not this big guy behind the curtains.
Right. So like, even
that will
with
drive you crazy.
I mean, with the Big Bang, like, what is the Big Bang?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, what is the Big Bang?
Just like a big explosion that happened.
That made everything.
That made everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
so like in my mind, what's harder to believe? Like a virgin universe or a Virgin Mary?
I think they're both equally as crazy. To me, I don't know. I think I'm the type of guy right now, if you tell me like that was actually like, if I could know the truth and I realized, or I could ask ChatGPT and he will actually tell me the truth. And he's like, no, dude, it was just a happy coincidence. This big explosion happened. And like, yeah, that's it. There's no more humans. There's just you guys. Whenever you die, there's not a heaven. There's nothing. You're dead. You just stop existing, and that's it. I'll be okay with that. I'm enjoying my life right now. I'm doing the best. I know eventually I'll die, and if there's no heaven, hell after it, I'm okay with that. You know, I'm not, and maybe that's why I'm happy with a blue pill, because I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of people that it's as the old saying says, ignorance is bliss.
Exactly. I just want to just do my own thing. As long as me and the people around me are happy, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
You know, now I think finding the truth and all of these things, like, that's cool, but that's not my purpose. My purpose is just live life, you know? Just go work, get a paycheck, and use the money to have fun.
Yeah. I've, I don't know, purpose is a whole, like,
different conversation.
It gets weird real quick, but I don't know. If I were to put it in a single word, I think purpose to me is sacrifice. It's to me, I don't feel like I deserve to be here unless I sacrifice for myself, my family, or anyone. Like, life is suffering. I kind of feel like. And that's the whole point. So suffer, embrace the suck, figure it out, make things better, give yourself to something bigger, give yourself to your family, give yourself to your community. Like, if it's hard, then okay, that's fine. But I just never want to get to a point where it's, you know, I'm making good money, I'm I'm comfortable, you know, I always eat, I have a good career path. It's cool. What else do I need? Do I need kids? I don't need kids. Who says I need kids? You know, I'm good. I can sustain myself. I can sustain my wife. Like, why do I want to overcomplicate life?
Yeah.
You know.
And I think the purpose changes depending through your life.
Mm-hmm.
So you have always had this idea since you were a kid, or it was something that recently changed after you got married or after you start working, or
No, I mean,
it was the way your parents had, and that you inherit that purpose and you're living that purpose because it's what they told you, or like where this your purpose came about? Do you know?
I mean, I think it's just like experience over time, right? Like, what makes you feel good? What makes you feel bad? Um, what do you respect in people? Why do you respect that in people? What values do you have? Why do you have those values? Like, it's you're just trying to, you're not just trying to, you know, like sift through life and then, because to me that's boring. If I just kind of like weasel my way through everything, it's just like there is no adversity. I need some adversity in
You
my
need
life.
chaos.
And not, I mean, chaos, I guess, yeah, that is a form of adversity. And if you talk about work, work is chaos, and I think I felt like I thrived in it. So that was cool. So, but the point is adversity. Adversity, I like struggle. I like that in order to get buff, you have to work out. In order to get smart, you have to study, you have to read, you have to invest yourself into something to get something out of it. You get, like, nothing is just given to you. Like, I hate the idea of something just being given to you. Like, that to me is like it's not human.
I respect that. I think for me it's more like I remember like early memories, it was me or my family struggling. Like some days, like in Colombia, we were just like a middle poor class family. Some days there was just nothing to eat, or you just eat the same thing like 3 days in a row. And I remember growing up with that struggle, or struggling about paying bills, or struggle about so many things. And then we moved to the US. It was more struggle about, starting all over, trying to figure it out. Then we kind of figure it out. And then, like, I don't know, I just felt like I've gone through a lot of struggles, like mom going through a cancer and things like that. It's just like, I feel like I've gone through like a lot of like nonstop, like, struggles, adversities that I'm just tired. Like, I just want like a good 6 years where I can say nothing happened. I was able to just chill, do my thing, work, pay things, have fun, and like I enjoy that. And I feel like every year there's like at least one struggle, and I'm just like, fuck, dude, it's been like 29 years. Can I get just like an easy year? So maybe that's my purpose right now, is just to just cruise. I feel like I've been on my toes for too long, and I'm just exhausted. I just want a year where I'm just like, I feel like, well, that year was uneventful, but it was fun, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know, I'm just tired of going through it, dude.
Estoy cansado, patrón.
Yeah, I'm just like, let me rest. Just 1 year without drama, 1 year without, I don't know, struggles about stressing.
Yeah.
I just want to chill. Just want the blue pill. Just I don't care about what's going on in the world, as long as me and the ones I love are taken care of, and nobody's struggling.
Yeah. Right now, I feel like my purpose is trying to convince people people that, because the blue pill is, I think some people, like, the blue pill is just made for them, right? Like, it's just cool. Live your life, cool. I think there's just, we need more people to take the red pill if we want to survive what's coming up. And what's coming up to me is the scariest thing that has ever happened in humanity.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think we're just in a loop.
I think AI just scares the shit out of me.
Why? I think it's exciting.
Yeah, I think most people think it's exciting, but
dude, the only reason I'm succeeding in school right now is because ChatGPT. Shout out ChatGPT. Oh, dude, best thing in my life now.
But do you think you're actually learning shit?
That's the only reason I've been able to pass these exams, my midterms, is because I don't know. I just so many stuff going on with my life and work that this professor is talking about all this like AC DC theory and like sine waves and like inductors, conductors, resistors, like Ohm's law, Kirk's law. And all this stuff. And like, I'm in my classroom and I just zoom out. I'm like, I have to do all this stuff. And then next thing I know, the class is over and I'm like, but then I go home and then it's like, hey, ChatGPT, these are the subjects, break them down to me, dumb them down so I can understand them and I can pass this test. It's not like he's answering for me. He's just re-explaining things that if you try to look in Google, you just can't find shit.
Yeah.
So these things like, okay, Kirk's law, this is it. Ohm's law, oh, this is it. Like sine wave, how to this and that. And I like, oh, okay, I'm at my own pace. It's working with me. I think some people use AI the wrong way. They just want it to give them their answers. Which is you're not learning anything.
I would say most people.
Yeah. But if you use it as a tool to make yourself better, dude.
Yeah.
Do that shit every day.
Yeah. My thing is more so with like with everything going on, like religious things being like the main thing that's causing a lot of people to cause violence nowadays. If we bring about AI, like AI right now is just kind of like a chatbot, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, to an extent, it already is a pretty good conversationalist. You could talk to it. You can tell it your problems. Like you could ask it for advice. You can work through problems with them and then just kind of start forming your ideas depending on the dialogue that you have with it. But my biggest worry is that at some point, AI is going to become God for some people.
Oh, 100%.
Like that, this is my God. Obviously, he knows everything.
Whatever he tells me,
it's all-knowing. It knows everything.
Yeah.
If I ask it anything, it'll tell me.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, why not? Why not plug into, I mean, at some point, we will be offered the chance to plug into another matrix. Yeah.
And then just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And
then, I mean, imagine, we could do this. Like, let's say you're not happy with your life. You're just, all right, let me just plug into the matrix that looks exactly like, it feels the same. It feels the same.
Well, I think that already is a thing. I'll tell you a story. Like back in Colombia, and like this is another level, but I think it's the same thing. You know, World of Warcraft, the video game. So I was in a moment that I was in high school, dealing with bullying and all these things, and my escape of reality was playing World of Warcraft. Like, I was not physically in the game, but I was playing it. And if you ever played it, you can get submerged in that type of game. And I just used it to escape reality. Like, literally, I just hated my life. I hated school. I hated everything. And I was like, I'm just going to play this game. And like, dude, literally, I pretty much failed that school year because I just skipped school just because my mom would go to work and it was up to me to go to the bus, but everybody was not home, so I just didn't go. She found out like 3 months later that I wasn't going to school, and she flipped the out. But yeah, that was literally my reality. I was just plugged in, and I don't like that. Then that goes with addiction and things like that, right? Because I think I was addicted to it. But again, it's a video game. It's not like weed or cocaine, so they don't take it as serious. But I mean, in a way, it helped me go through those moments, but in the same way, it just my life up. So I think obviously there's gonna be people that will take that route, just like plug me in. I can't take this anymore. And I think as long as they have the choice to be like, hey, you've been here for like this many days, you wanna you want to maybe check it out and see if like, I think it doesn't necessarily need to be a bad thing. I think with enough like supervision it can, but that's the thing, like who you trust to.
Yeah, who's in charge, man?
Who is it Elon? Do I trust Elon to be
Do
like,
I trust the government?
do I trust the government? Do I trust, I think it should be more like, do I trust a family member? And sometimes even that gets dicey,
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's AI, if you use anything, even like we were saying ketamine, which is a drug and it's probably like bad for you if you use it in excess, but it's got good things if you use it like in moderation. Alcohol is fun to have a few drinks here and there, but obviously if you do it too much, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
So I think
the chance of getting addicted though involuntarily is pretty high. I would
100%. I mean, you can get addicted to anything, even if it's not like chemically addictive.
Yeah, but it's like right now, porn's pretty addictive, right?
Yes.
Now imagine being able to plug into the Matrix and just having any woman that you can imagine. You just simulate a sexual experience with them.
You're just gooning all day.
You're just going to be gooning all day, man.
And then you're not like doing anything for your, like, I think it will make it harder to get control of your life for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when we get there, I don't think it's if, I think we will get there. It's just a matter of.
I think we're kind of already there. They just won't tell us.
Yeah, maybe we're already in there.
Mm-hmm. No, like I genuinely feel like right now it's kind of a matrix, but it's like a matrix within reality where all these rule sets were set by people that don't really give a about us and we're just kind of living in it.
And it goes back to what we were talking. It's like the government can take control in two ways, by dividing us or by distracting us. So if we got this alternate reality video game type of thing going on, our focus goes from like what's happening to like, oh, this simulation thing that I like better. I'm going to pay attention to this while they do whatever they want in the background. I think that's what's happening right now. I think AI can help. I think it's going to be like, it should be a neutral agent for anybody.
Yeah, it should be, but is it going to be?
Well, Elon says he's going to do the best.
I mean,
do you trust
Elon?
Elon
is one guy. There is a lot of different AI companies outside of the U.S. I mean, imagine just like put it this way: Israel has one of the most like tech-centric societies of all time. They have their own like Silicon Valley in Israel.
Yeah,
they have some pretty powerful AI as well.
Yeah.
Not only that, they also have a huge influence in the AI in the U.S., mainly ChatGPT and Claude and So
I mean, Oracle also. I mean, it doesn't an AI.
Oracle is a CIA company. I mean.
Is it? I heard the CEO is like a freaking Zionist all the way.
He is a Zionist. But Oracle is a CIA company as well.
I didn't know that.
Let's do another bathroom break.
Okay, let's do it.